Welcome in, everyone, to this week's episode of Newblood by Night. Alright, last time, on episode 5, a lot of what I like to call team building and character making happened. 3 of the young, well, Mori may not be of a younger generation, however, I think young still fits the trio that were taught about ghouling via stone. Even though tensions did get a little high with the fear of the immortal Danny, a kiss addict, losing his soul. There was another interesting meet in the park. A Nosferatu, stuck in a horrific visage of a 14-year-old warped little monster. Whether or not he swindled the trio remains to be seen. Or the duo, sorry, because it was only Mori and Aurora. Perhaps we'll see more of him further in the chronicle. Sliding all the way across town, 45 minutes outside of the markers. We met Artemis, a tinkerer, a solitary kindred, seemingly, in the woods. We met some large dogs. One might even say a pack. Damien discovered that Fenrir was leading them. Fenrir, whom is Aurora's. Fenrir, who seems to be looking for a cure. Found out Zero has a phone. Remains to be seen if he has his own TikTok or MySpace account. Lol. We also saw, back in town, when we mean wild, an interesting discovery within Alice's old apartment. A small series of trinkets, some containing profound images, horrific images. A handheld Bible, whom's interior is well beloved, seemingly, annotated and drawn in. A rosary and a small bee statue. As always, strange flickering lights, temperatures plummeting low, and the sign that reads Cain. A constant haunting to our coterie. With that, let's play a game of vampire. The interior of the goober is tense and silent, and it has been the entire ride. I need everyone to roll a wits and insight. This is purely for narrating sake. I just want to see if you happen to roll high enough to notice. Likewise, Damien, I need you to roll a dexterity and a drive. These two threads are going to intertwine at Vacation Spirits, I'm assuming. That Damien, you'll be taking Fenrir there. And the foursome and the Uber plus Danny will also be headed to Vacation Spirits. Inside the goober, what did we get on wits and insights? Mori?
Oh, let me double check. You said wits insight. I did wits awareness. My bad. Let me re-roll. Huh. 1, 2. 2 successes.
Okay. You failed to notice. That's okay. Aurora?
1 success and 1 critical. I think that's 2.
Yeah,
So-
you have 2 witness on the
Okay.
bottom.
Okay.
Oh, you got 2? Okay, so it wasn't. It was just.
was a
It
6
only
attack.
counts as a critical when it has the 2 onks with the stars. So it has to be double for it to be before.
Oh, it's a 10 though, right?
You need 2 10s to get critical.
Oh, okay. I'm just dumb. Thanks.
You're good. No, zero worry. We're all still new to the game and slowly learning. So zero worry. Okay, so 2, 2, and Felix, what did you get?
3.
Okay, all of you fail to notice, however, the 3 gets an inkling. It is beguiling, this new ability, these new powers. But they're also a little daunting, a little frightening. But there is a confidence that's oozing between the tension and the goober. And that confidence is slipping easily from Stone's undead pores. He's sure of something, but what that is, you don't know. Take that as you will, Felix. Stone's big body is arranged, not tight, not tucked. Neither is he taking up too much space, neither is he taking up too little. But he's very comfortable in this moment, in this swirling, thick sea of agitation. With a 3, that confidence is kind of charming. Quick pause before I let you guys roleplay if you want to in the car. Damien, what did you get on a drive and dexterity?
I got 4 sucks.
Damn, so good. Holy. Did you bring 0 with you? Remind me.
Everyone's. I have Fenrir. I have 0. The other
wolves?
dogs / wolves.
'Kay.
I think they ran off. If I remember correctly, right?
Did they? So it's only Fenrir in the car?
Yeah.
And 0? Okay.
Yeah, they ran off into the woods. Even though I tried to be like, "Yo, where are you going?"
Come on, get in the car. And they're like, hell no. Okay. You're an excellent driver. And because you're such a good driver, and you slip into that role comfortably, I need you to make a wits and awareness as well on your way into town. Let me know what you get.
Yeah. That is 4 successes.
Okay. So the very last stop sign before civilization. You stop at it for a moment. 0 and Fenrir are talking, and 0 makes this nasty shrieking sound at him, and then slaps Fenrir in the muzzle and is like, "Don't you insult my mother like that!" And Fenrir's like, "I'm not insulting your mother. I just asked if she was a white ferret." But when you turn, right, to be like, "Calm down, children, what the fuck are you doing?" or whatever, out of the passenger side door, you see a ghost of a shape. When you focus on it, you see that it is the other 2 wolves. The ones that were following Fenrir.
Huh.
How they've kept up with the car, you don't know. That seems impossible. But you see them.
They're just on the side of the road, right?
Yeah, they're still in the tree line. The female is watching you with steady eyes.
He'll pull to the side of the road and roll down his window.
As you do, 0 and Fenrir, 0's in the back seat and is like, "I'll slap some sense into you. Don't fucking talk about my family like that." And he's like, "You're a goddamn fairy." He's like, "And you're a dog." So yeah, they're just bickering.
Need you both to calm down right now.
"I am calm," says 0.
You're hysterical.
"I'm not hysterical. He's hysterical. He's insulting my whiskers and he's telling me my eyes are fat." "No, I said your eyes were small." So it's just a little bit of back and forth. It's all, it doesn't
look.
seem actually aggressive. It's far more friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But he'll keep his eyes on the wolves, and he'll kind of like make a motion of like, do you want to get in the car? Do you want to come with us, or you just want to hang out in the woods? And he kind of like taps the side of the side door, the car door.
Okay, I'm gonna have you roll a charisma or manipulation, your choice,
All right.
and an animal ken as well.
Oh, I'm good at that. No, I'll pair these two. Why not? So that is 6 successes.
Okay. She's the first one to come up the embankment and step onto the asphalt. As she approaches the door, in the back seat, you just hear, "I'm way cuter than you!" And then Fenrir simply deposits Zero into his mouth and spits him out into the front seat. And his tail's wagging when he's looking out the window at the female wolf, tongue lolling happily to the side.
I want to look at something real quick. Can I roll a rouse check just to rouse check and then make my manipulation animalism roll to like commune with this wolf?
You can certainly try.
Sure, why not? Let's see. Well, the hunger increases. So I'll keep note of that. And let's see what we can do. See if we can talk to old wolf girl here. Power on that. Ooh, that's wonderful. So I have a critical, so that's 4. Then 3 successes, so that's 7.
Oh, wow. With 7, I don't think I can comfortably tell you no.
And now that he's has kind of like a link, able to commune. So do you want to go for a ride or not? It's kind of up to you. I'm not one to force people to do anything.
I'll go.
What about your pal over there? I think he's a little more
He'll run.
it's a hell of a run.
Don't worry.
And
He's fast. Fenrir barks
Considering
happily. Bark, bark. And Zero's like, oh my
Cons-
god, we're letting another one in? The whole car's gonna smell like wet dog.
he'll just car's still running. He'll open the car door, kind of just, allowing her to get to the passenger seat.
You open the passenger seat for her, not the back seat?
Yeah, why not?
Zero gets into your shirt and he scurries up the neckline so that he can whisper into the shell of your ear. And he's like, I can't believe you've just betrayed me like this. She takes up the entire seat. She's a big girl. And Zero's
I'm
like,
just being
no,
courteous.
now it's going to smell bad. And I'm going to have to rub myself all over the car interior again. You ruined everything.
We can detail it.
He's just shaking his head at you. Everything, an entire holiday's worth of work. You've destroyed it.
You can literally spend the night rolling around like a weirdo.
He drastically and overacting throws himself, so he danger noodles in half in your shirt collar.
He's gonna like, he's just gonna like pat him on the head. You're just so dramatic.
The female wolf chuckles at his antics, and he like whips his head around and is like, "What are you laughing at?" And she says, "You're kind of cute for a snack." What do you mean snack? Like a handsome snack? And he like rubs his face, or like a eat snack. And Fenrir just sticks his face in the middle console. Big dog breath as he like. Sarah's like, "Gross! He smells!" He just gets back in your shirt. But he greets the
Alright, I'm
female
glad.
wolf, and vice versa.
Yeah, once she's in the car, he'll close the passenger door and go back to his side, and he'll, you know, put his seatbelt on, and instinctively he'll just be like, don't forget, you know what, never mind. You're a wolf, so it doesn't matter. Pretty sure you'll just be fine. Do you have a name that I can go by?
Nina.
All right, Nina. And he'll begin to drive again and be on their way.
Okay. She steadily gazes out the passenger side window and the windshield. Completely calm.
So what brings you to this part of the world?
Curiosity.
Where, I mean, I know it's kind of nosy, but where are you from, if you don't mind me asking?
Her big boxy head swings over and those lupine eyes focus on you, and she says, "Are you going to answer the same questions?"
I can answer a couple of questions, sure.
It's safer to run with those of my kind, and I found some here that I get along with. So this is where I am.
So there are a few of you then.
Fenrir just
Alright.
yips in agreement, like he can understand you, but you're not sure.
I mean, I guess it's kind of tit for tat at this point. I moved here from, almost pretty much moved across. Wait, where are we? We're in California, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I moved from North Dakota. So yeah, it was a bit of a move just to come here.
We spent time in Wyoming. Before then, New Mexico.
Can't say I've been.
It's all right. Are we meeting more of your kind? And then she glances back at Fenrir, and there's like chuffing and a little bit of growling. And she noses him, and he kind of... You can almost imagine he's grinning, like dopey-eyed a little bit, like...
Yeah, we'll be meeting some folks that are like me.
Okay. And she looks back out the front windshield.
You know, I can't say I've seen a wolf up this close, so this is kind of a new experience. Coyote, sure, not wolf.
She doesn't exactly know what to make of that, so she doesn't have a response for you. After some silence, she does ask, "What do I call you?"
You can call me Samuel.
Samiel.
Hmm.
She repeats your name again as if locking it in her memory. And she says, thanks for the ride.
Not a problem. It's, I like driving. It's cathartic when, well, there's not a whole lot to do, or you're pissed off, or you just need to kind of empty your head.
Her ears flick back and then forward. Discerning. But she doesn't comment. She seems completely content to travel the rest of the way in silence, unless you would like to ask her more questions.
So, what were you doing out in the woods with Fenrir? Because seems odd to be out there with a dog.
Helping him.
I take it you're trying to help it with his the affliction he's trying to cure.
She nods.
I think you're gonna have a hell of a time doing that.
Seems like it would be beneficial, if there is one, to find such a cure.
I mean, that's fair. How do you feel about Kindred as a whole?
She thinks for a long while. Until she answers and says, some should just outright be purged. But there are a few who are fine.
Mm-hmm.
There are a few I get along with. And there's something about the way she shifts in the seat. You watch the big ruff of her coat stand up and then shift back down. She's got a lot of... Her ruff is very, very thick. Obviously, she's a wolf, so, you know, it's dense. Dense and wild fur, but it's got this, like, oily coating that causes it to, like, look really spiky, almost like a porcupine. So when her ruff moves up and down, it's it's like a porcupine expanding and then settling. She can't really hide her visceral reactions, and she does have one. Very, very bodily reaction to your discussion about Kindred, as if she knows what they are, as if she has dealt with them before. Far more knowledgeable than a typical animal. So it puts you a little bit on edge.
Don't think I've really met an animal that knows so much about Kindred, especially to have such strong feelings about purging them. But I guess some of us might be pretty fucking scummy, so makes sense.
One ear drops, and then they both jut forward. And she says, the majority of you are, yes. But it's okay. Not all of you need to be purged.
And how's your evaluation of myself and Artemis, since you obviously met her?
Still calculating. Remains to be seen.
That's a fair assessment, especially in a pinch.
As you pull up to a four-way stop and the light shifts to red, it casts the whole dashboard in this sort of obscene glow, bouncing off the wolf's face. As she turns to you, it's downright sinister, the expression that she has. And you don't know if it's hers or if it's just the red light from the stoplight. And the way it casts her face is sinister. It's only for a moment, and then she does that dog chuffing thing where they sniff really hard, and then she shakes, stamps her paws back and forth, and settles back into the seat. In the back, Fenrir is laying down, panting. Zero's like at your waist. He's holding onto your belt, like wrapped around your middle, grumbling to himself about how we're picking up stray hookers on the side of the road. But his tone is, he's not actually mad. He's definitely going for the cute, playful grumpy. So it's best to ignore him and then just kind of work it out. I need to roll a wits and awareness. And as you roll that, I'm going to slide back to the goober.
Sure.
Any conversation from Felix after you notice that confidence?
Not in regards to stone,
Okay.
but after brooding a little, putting headphones on, listening to a few songs, looking up stuff on his phone, eventually plucks the earphones out. A little tidbit of a song's probably be audible unless the driver has radio going or whatever. I am going to post this in Newblood because it might be interesting. Give me just a second.
You're good?
And because of DRM stuff, I'm gonna sing the important part, much to your displeasure. So, before he manages to silence the phone, people might hear a chorus of people singing, "Alice, who the fuck is Alice?" as he turns towards Aurora. I say, I think I overheard you talking to Azriel, right? That you both guys are studying at the same university?
Oh, well, he's a student. I'm technically supposed to be faculty.
And both of you published stuff already, right?
Yeah, I did. I recently published. This is my third paper, and I'm pretty. But Azriel's published also. I think he said a paper before, but I'm not sure which one. I didn't get the name of it. But yeah, I've published 3 papers so far. Do you go to university?
Already told you, Harvard.
Harvard. Oh, yes, that's right. Rich people school. Right. What do you study?
He actually has to think about this for a moment. Political science and law, I guess.
Wow. Jesus, you want to be
Anyways, mind giving me the papers, or maybe since you don't know Azriel's paper, like, is there a website or something where I could look that up, or is there like the library? I think if you publish for a university, it gets archived there too, right?
Yeah, it does. Sure. And so she will give basically the publications where her paper was published, and she's like, and then She also goes, but if you want the PDFs, I can give you the PDFs. I have them right here on my phone, which is the nerdiest thing ever. And so she sends like she sends like 3 different PDFs, which take a solid minute to transfer because they're huge. And
Yeah.
so she looks very like she looked really sad, but now you can tell that she's definitely like perked up.
So yeah, he's waiting for it, and then and this would be the archive where I can look other people's thingies up, right?
Well, I mean, it's our university's archive. Each university, actually, if you look, each university has their own archive and their own website. But some of the papers you can't; they're not all published online. Some of them you have to go into the actual into the actual like library itself, because they'll have it in the network, or they won't have it a digital publication. It'll just be in paper form. So depending on how old it is, but our papers are probably digital, so it shouldn't be a problem.
I'm gonna look it up right now. And oh, that's gonna take me a little while to get through in regards to your papers. But what don't we have but time, right?
Yeah.
So
That's what I've been, that's exactly. Yes, exactly. I mean, that's like, I actually already have my next idea for my next paper that I really want to write. But currently it's just preparation, because I don't know how long I'm going to have access to the library.
While she's telling this, I'm trying to look on my phone for Azriel's publication.
Okay, that's up to Luke.
You're gonna have a bit of trouble looking under the name Azriel.
I mean, I will search in Azriel and probably not find anything then to Aurora. He didn't tell you the last name, did he?
I don't
Then
think
again, Azriel is such an uncommon name. I don't think there would be many with that. I will, nonetheless, look for Gabriel afterwards to see how many people with Gabriel first name published stuff for that same university.
You'd have better luck on that one.
What would he find?
One second, I have it in my notes. He'd find a paper called Apparitions, Near-Death Experiences, and Psychometry, written by Gabriel Mustafa.
And Kopic, is this the only Gabriel that published at that university in the relevant time frame?
Roll me 2d10.
A 1 and a 10.
He is not. There are 4 Gabriels altogether.
Do the others also publish in theology, esoteric stuff, or is one in physics, one in, I don't know, fashion science or whatever?
Yeah, they're all over the place. There is one. So there's 2 Gabriels that have esoteric theology, but there's only one Gabriel that only has esoteric theology.
So us having that title, asking Aurora, apparitions, theological, or what was it? Looking up and reading into it. Was that the one that you read?
Is it about theology? Because
That one's completely supernatural.
Yeah, then Aurora would have definitely read that one, because she tries to connect real historical events with occult, and kind of like her thesis is that although they are supernatural events are just like real historical events that are embellished and become a part of, and that's how they root themselves in culture.
So I take it this is a yes.
Yes. Sorry.
Okay. Whistling a little bit to it. Ah, okay. So maybe I get to know both of you a little bit from this.
I mean, yeah, this is my work. Like, it's everything to me. It's basically what I've been doing my whole life.
I shimmy a little bit on my seat, which happened to be Danny's legs. Hey, want you to listen to a song. This whole evening somehow make me think of it. And then I look for the song on my phone and then plug the earphones thingies into Danny's ears. And I play him the song Daniel by Bed of Lashes and watch his reactions, whether he likes the song or whatnot.
Let me make
And
a roll. He likes it a lot.
And coincidentally, are we in a golden blue car or not?
I'll make another roll. Yep, you are.
Well, if that's the case, and then that respective part comes in, Felix really gets a little bit, okay, that's a few too many coincidences for one night. And he starts thinking again.
Danny just admits that he kind of likes the coincidences.
Just don't set my heart on fire once we're where we're going.
Are you asking the
And I mean,
car
there's
exactly
literally-
where you're going, or?
I have no idea where we're going.
Okay, so you...
I think they're going to some inn or whatever, but that doesn't really matter.
Does Felix ask that out loud, is what I'm wondering?
The don't set my heart on fire once we are where we're getting, that's something that he says out loud. That he says out loud, yes. Also, I don't know whether Jaqi was back already, but
Yes, Mori's been quiet the entire time.
did she react at all to the sound bit that was audible of the song?
Probably not. She's keeping to herself. Like, if you were to ever see, she checks, like, her phone maybe one time, and then she puts it away, and then she stays quiet.
Okay. That's basically it for Felix then.
Okay.
Just continuing listening to music, thinking, plotting, whatever. And looking up more stuff on his phone.
Okay. Any other conversation from Aurora or Mori? I know Mori's pretty quiet, keeping to herself. I just want to give you the opportunity before you get to the vacation spirits.
I mean, I'm good. What about you, Aurora?
I'm good. She's happy that Felix wanted to talk to her and that they connected on something. Maybe friend?
Maybe friend? That was super cute. Okay. Meanwhile, where is and what is Azriel doing?
So last we left off with Azriel is he was at his apartment and he was going through the occult stuff that he found, and was also kind of waiting on somebody to maybe show up.
intent.
Oh, waiting on Mori. He's hoping.
Oh, I
that she's-
know.
All right. Okay. That is what I needed to know. I gotta make some rolls. Hold on. Okie dokie. Both of the cars that are on their way to Vacation Spirits, Samiel's and the goober that is carrying the foursome, you arrive relatively identical times as the other. I need all 4 of the players to roll wits and awareness.
One success.
Three successes.
4 successes.
4 sucks.
All right, those of you that got 4 sucks. You two spot each other. Whether it's after you've parked, gotten out of the car, or the goober drops you off, and then you see each other through like the windshield, like Samiel's windshield if he hasn't gotten out of his car yet. But Mori and Samiel, the two of you make distinct and apparent eye contact with the other.
Do a little nod, letting him know I saw him. And just like, hey, it's been a day, hasn't it?
He'll return the nod, like, yeah, it's been something.
After there's been, sorry, I was drinking, verbal communication, Aurora notices, which then pulls Felix's attention. And there is, from your back seat as you get things open, Samiel, a Bork Bork. And Fenrir and maybe his girlfriend, maybe, come leaping out of the car.
Aurora immediately turns her head and she's like, Henry? Is that you? And she runs to him and she hugs him and she's like, and she starts, I'm gonna cry actually. She starts crying and she's like, I missed you so much. I was so scared. I couldn't believe all this stuff happened. And she's just hugging him and she's giving him like, she's just like completely puts her face in his fur. And she's like, I missed you so much. Oh my god, where have you been? I was worried sick. I was looking everywhere for you. I thought I had lost you.
He's just happily wagging his tail, dropping down towards on his chest, like with his front paws lowered, his head lowered, butt up in the air, tail wagging, bark bark, and he kind of leaps around you, head butting you. You know, big dog things.
She's like trying to wipe her like face because she's like, oh god, she's blood and she's trying to like dab her face so it's like not showing up, and so her sleeves are getting like, she's a white, like really loud white blouse. Her sleeves are getting all like red. And does she notice the other dog?
That's up to you. She's standing passively at Samiel's side. Zero is making comments in Samiel's ear like, oh, look at him. Fucking Mr. fucking dog. Why don't you look at me like that, huh? Why do you cry when I come in the room?
Because you're too busy on your phone.
My phone's amazing. I have you know I got at least 8,000 followers on that one show.
It's compromised. It needs to be fixed.
And
Well, looks like you found your dog. Yep, that's what I was here for. So I'm just gonna, and she like points like a direction. I'm gonna head out.
And then she runs over to Mori
One-
without like with like a step, with like quick in a step, and she hugs her from behind, and she's like, "Thank you so much. I couldn't have done this without you. I owe you a lot. Thank you, Mori. If it's okay, can I call you my? Can we be friends?"
I mean, sure. Don't have many of those.
If you need me, I'll try and be there for you. You have my number, so don't be afraid to call. I should. Oh, I should have not hugged you without. I'm so sorry. I didn't ask you. I was in the heat of the moment. But anyways, I know you gotta do stuff, but yeah. Thank you. It means a lot.
Sure. You know what? Maybe I'll get myself a phone so I can be contacted.
She nods and there's like a big smile, and she turns and goes over and hugs Fenrir again.
He's
Like,
actually stepped away. Is the moment you step away from him to head to Mori, he nuzzles Samiel's. Don't look at that. He nuzzles Samiel's like open palm, and then he starts trotting towards a bottom level door. So when you
Aurora-
look back, Aurora, he's like at a hotel room, one of the doors, and the female wolf is next to him.
She's like, Stone, just let me, and she just runs over to Fenrir and is the girl, and she's like, oh, I'm sorry, Fenrir, is this your friend?
He just barks.
Oh, well, I'm not, I haven't met a lot of dogs, but it's nice to meet you. And she kind of like, she just kind of like, she just crouches down and like extends her, hand for the other dog to sniff.
She takes a couple steps back, gazing at you with a hard expression.
Aurora gets really nervous and kind of steps back a bit. She's
These
like,
are wolves, right? Those aren't dogs.
I haven't been around animals that much. I only know Fenrir. I don't know who this is, but Fenrir seems to like them. So
That's Nina.
nice to meet you, Nina. I'm sorry. Did I do something wrong? And I kind of look at Sammy, and I'm just like, I have so many questions. Aurora looks like she has so many questions.
It's, you know what? It's complicated. Let's leave it at that. Also, you're welcome, by the way. He was out in the woods.
And oh my god, I'm so sorry. I guess I should. Can I? And she looks at. She's like really deathly afraid of like losing Fenrir and like getting out of his sight, and she's like, and she just starts kind of like stuttering. And she uses celerity and quickly hugs Sammy, like, and then goes back down.
And Samuel will just say to Zero, it's a thankless job.
What? She fucking hugged you.
Nah.
You want some money? And he like pops
No, I
out
don't
of
want money.
He pops out of your neck sleeve, and his little ferret hand points at Aurora. And for you, Aurora, he's like chittering. But for you, Samiel. He's like, put the fucking money in his bag. Put it in his bag. You owe him money. You at least gotta tip him 18%.
And I'm like, oh, he looks so
He's
cute.
so
Is he hungry?
cute.
Is he hungry?
If you only knew what this thing was saying.
And I look in my bag and I'm like, I don't think I have any. I mean, I have a granola bar.
I don't want a fucking granola bar. What is this? Tell her she needs. At least 18. Tip your servers at least 18%.
It's fine. We're not hurting for cash, so we're fine.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want a granola bar? Do you need money for gas?
No, this is all getting lost in translation at this point. It's fine. He believes compensation should be, but I told him I don't need money.
And so Aurora just looks quickly in her wallet.
We'll settle
and
for your friendship, little tiny woman.
How much money does she have left?
I don't think you have any.
Yeah, I don't think she has any money.
He's gonna put like his hand up in protest and be like, it's just him
I have a
being
coupon card
him.
for guava juice.
Take her Applebee's gift card. I see it. Take it. Take it.
She does have a she has a $10 gift card for Applebee's.
Take it. Take it,
You
Samiel.
just want to eat it. You just want to eat the mozzarella sticks.
Can you blame me?
I mean, I wouldn't know. I haven't had them in like a year.
He's just intensely staring at Aurora. Quick meanwhile there, what is Felix doing?
When I get out of the car,
Yeah.
the first thing I will do is to take out my phone and start recording like the sign, like we are in front of the vacation thingy, right? And since last time no one really paid attention to it and inside of the home videos or photos didn't work, I'm going to try to record like the inn itself or the rental or whatever that is. And if the lights are already in this only spelling Kane letters thingy, having a close up to that and then doing a sweep around. And then since Mori was already basically going to say her farewells to Aurora and move out, I want to quickly move up to her and approach and address her. One thing before you leave, please.
Is his photo or video still recording?
Probably, but it's not directly pointed at you at this point.
Okay. She looks away, like she looks towards you and then like sees your phone and looks away.
Oh,
What's
sorry.
up?
Turning it off. That song earlier.
What about
See,
it?
I was wondering, like, why or what would be a reason for someone to get, especially us 5 people together, right? And I couldn't help but hear that you and Azriel obviously already know each other, but that you also have this person that you want to murder, right? This Alice.
Yes. What's your point?
I just remembered when that song came up that my sister had a, let's say, acquaintance who is somewhat weird. But she went by the name like Ellie C, you know, like I always thought it was like, oh yeah, you have Mel C from the Spice Girls and you have Cardi B. So she was hopping on that train and was calling herself Ellie C. But could be a derivation of Alice, right?
Have you noticed any strange behaviors? Sudden love for this Alice C.
I didn't pay much attention to her at all. She was more preoccupied with my sister. But the thing is, like, she was this edgy, like, how do you say? Like, she was definitely into some weird shit, like into esoterics too. And a couple of times she tried to drag my sister into this too. But my parents were not that fond of it. The thing is, see, I'm the little brother. She wasn't interested in me. She wasn't my type either, so I didn't pay much attention to her. For some reason, this now just came up, but I can't really remember. You don't happen to know her last name?
I mean, I would have done my own research, but I don't know if I ever would have come up with a last name that, so I'm gonna leave that up to the DM. Have I heard her last name?
You're gonna want to roll an intelligence and investigation.
Okie dokie. Intelligence, investigation. Let me check those. 3. Cool. One, 2, 3. I'm going to roll, use one of my willpower to re-roll 3. See if I get more successes. Ooh. So, I rolled a 10 on the hunger die, and I rolled another 10. Does that mean, like, bestial success? I don't know. So that's,
Messy
7,
critical is what it is.
8. Yeah. Okay.
Also, Azriel just wrote that he probably mentioned her full name to you at least once.
Yeah, I definitely would have.
Ew.
It's just if you remember.
Well, with 8 successes, she will remember. So go ahead and type it out or say it if you'd like, Luke.
It's Alice Carroll would be the full name.
Carol.
I mean, strange kind of last name for a first name, Carol.
With 1 or with 2 R's?
Or it's 2 R's, 2 L's.
There you go.
Oh,
I'm
like
below that.
the
Like the author, yep.
Wait. like saying this tomorrow. So wait. So you have Alice Carroll, like Alice in Wonderland from Lewis Carroll? Really?
I figured it was a pseudonym or, you know, just a fake name.
Yeah, it doesn't really ring a bell. Then again, I had to deal with her like, what was it? 6, 7 years ago, maybe? Am I going to ask my sister? I have to think about that. But yeah, thanks. Probably gonna ask Azriel about it too. Thanks.
Yep. And then she walks away.
All right. So you walk. Mori leaves. So it's Felix,
Yep.
Aurora, and Samiel that I need to roll wits and awareness.
Four successes.
Sorry. Also 4.
Samiel?
That is 6 successes. That's 2 successes and a crit.
Wow, you guys did really, really well. Okay. The hotel door opens up from the inside. There is a slightly annoyed looking individual. This is the door that Fenrir was scratching on. He's got like a short mohawk. Pretty deep brown colored eyes. Not too tall, not too short, kind of average. The room is smoking, so he's got a lit cigarette in between his lips. He's wearing a white tank top and sweats. And is just looking from Fenrir to Aurora to Samiel to the wolf. And Felix is off to the side, but you can see this individual. He looks a little bit annoyed. And then he completely ignores the people and looks at Fenrir and is like, about fucking time you got back.
Huh?
And then Fenrir walks into the hotel room as the guy like pushes the door open and steps aside, letting him and the other wolf in.
Is it okay if I come in? He's
Who are you?
mine. I'm Aurora. Fenrir's mine. He's my dog.
He looks at you to Samiel. And is that your boyfriend? Or,
He's my... And Aurora kind of tilts her head. Friend? Friend? Friend. Yes.
He's gonna look at Aurora and then this the punk.
Yeah, he's got kind of a white trash feel to him.
I'm none of your business, but I'm here.
Okay. Sure. Come on in, I guess.
Thank you. What's your name?
He looks at Samiel. Looks at you. You can just call me Joe.
Okay. Joe? Nice to meet you.
He shrugs, I guess.
And Aurora she wants to ask questions, but she takes a step inside.
Pretty messy. There's like a duffel bag. The contents are spilled. Over one of the beds, there are two queen-size beds in here, a little end table in between the beds, you know, typical low lighting for a hotel. Television's on. There's a fold-out chair that's set up with like a TV tray attached to it that's got half-eaten dinner. That Fenrir is now helping himself to. And Joe is like, oh, you fucking animal! But Fenrir doesn't stop eating the rest of the TV dinner. In fact, he pulls away, licks his chops, and it's like licked clean. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Wow. I'm completely out of my depth right now.
That makes him smile. Nice. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little, I was not expecting you to show up and say that this dog was yours. He looks at Fenrir, that's a little, I'm a little surprised, to say the least. What'd you call yourself again, big guy? What's your name?
The none or business part.
So that's your full name?
For now.
Crazy. People be naming themselves crazy things nowadays. Felix, what are you doing?
I was about to say, I'd like to get close to him. Like, not uncomfortably close, but close enough to see whether he breathes or sweats or whether he radiates warmth.
You don't have to get very close to him to notice that.
So I get close, notice that, like giving him a little up and down look, and then putting up my finger like, wait a moment. And then I go back to the car and grab and rummage through my duffel bag and pick out a bottle of the medium expensive booze that I bought. Like, probably not the high-end tequila, but like a nice bottle of rum or or whiskey no, whiskey is expensive. Yeah, a nice bottle of white rum or something.
Okay.
And with that, walking back, and when I get next to Samiel, fancy you meeting here, and winking. Then back to the guy. Joe was the name, right?
He's looking at you like you're kind of weird because you've like left his hotel room and then you've come back with this drink. Stone's also not in here. Stone's kind of wandered off.
Oh, also, was the lights of the vacation room already in this state that it's only Kane, or was it
Nope,
proper this time?
they're all lit up.
Oh, okay.
They're all nice and lit up. Got it on film too. But yeah, Joe's looking at you a little confused.
Joe's the name?
Yep, Joe.
My name's Felix. Holding out hand. Dusty grab him.
He stares at your hand for a couple uncomfortable seconds before he takes it. And then he glances at Fenrir, who's just sitting on the bed.
Shaking it. You got glasses made? Holding out the bottle.
Plastic cups.
That'll do.
Okay, hold on. So are all of you with the little nun over here? Sorry, librarian? You're throwing some... Are you okay? Your sleeves are all red. You bleeding or something?
Oh my god, I am so sorry. And she's like, she doesn't even know how to like cover up her. She just rolls up her sleeves as much as she can. She's like, I'm fine.
He just
I'm
had
fine.
a very, very bad nosebleed from crying earlier. You can't imagine how distraught she was. She's been looking for that ruffian, pointing towards the dog, all night.
Oh, right, okay.
So we even
Yeah.
had to stop at a Target to get like what's this? Tissues, right? Too. But then again,
Roll manipulation
eventually
and
we settled
deception.
on tampons.
She's just nodding her head. She's like, yep, everything he says. He's good with words.
Can I go with subterfuge because deception is not a thing here?
Yes, sorry, it is a subterfuge. My bad, but yes, that's what you roll. Manipulation and
Do
subterfuge.
my looks factor in here anyhow?
Yeah, you look like a nice guy. You look, even if you have the beautiful feet, for Joe, you're kind of unassuming, right? You're
And I assume presence also.
yeah. You can add an extra dice. I'll allow it. I like it. I'm here for it.
And because of blood potency, another extra dice.
Do you rouse the blood
No,
to use the potency?
it's the power thing. The
Yeah.
rouse the blood does the physical attributes, but for level 1 powers, don't
Yeah,
I
you
get
the bonus die.
Yeah.
the power bonus?
Oh, yes. I see what you're saying. So you have
7
3
success.
extra dice?
5.
Damn.
2 for looking, 1 for presence, 1 for bonus die, so additional 4. And I have 7 successes.
Nice.
He believes you, as far as you can tell. It's like, wow. Let's hope you get those nosebleeds figured out. Gosh.
Yeah, serious problem.
I just hope it won't happen again now that she finally found that mutton there.
Yeah, I hope so too. So I have a lot of questions. Like a lot of them. What are you doing with Fenrir? Why Nina and Fenrir? What is Nina your wolf? Who are you? What do you do? How did you find Fenrir? And just what's going on?
Yeah, about that. He looks at all three of you. Yeah, Nina's my dog. I guess these two are kind of dating, and both dogs like swivel their heads to look at him. Yeah, they're
Oh!
like lovers, you know. And
Oh.
Nina's probably gonna have some puppies. And they're both still looking
What?
at Joe. Yeah, I mean, I figured I'd keep Fenrir, you know, close to Nina and help her through the whole carrying pups and labor thing. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. He found me. He was running around on the streets.
Can I do insight? I'm sorry, but I don't think she's that tough. Insight and what?
Intelligence. But yeah,
Hold on.
yeah, you know, just didn't want Fenrir to go hungry, so picked him up. Sorry about that.
Rouse the blood for this because I am like, I am not buying. I'm getting a little like, okay, I'm not that stupid. So what would I press for that? And I would add 1 extra dice, right?
Oh, it
no?
would be 2. But hold on, let me look.
Okay.
Let me just look at your character sheet.
Yeah.
Gosh, you don't really have a. You don't really have like a skill advantage or discipline that like helps in your conversations.
But technically, I guess if I take off my glasses, I could use my my looks to give myself an extra dice.
But that doesn't help you figuring out what he tells you.
True.
So I was curious.
Just do 1 just dice. It's fine.
I rolled insight myself. I rolled really well.
Nice. Yeah,
Oh, can I-
so really it's just gonna be your intelligence and your
Okay.
your
I'm just gonna add the 1 from my higher tier. Is that okay?
Yep.
Okay.
That's 7 successes.
Damn, Damien.
I have 5 successes.
Okay, you both can tell that he's making it up on the spot. You can also tell he's like, how do I put this? He's not a threat yet. But with a 7 especially, he knows what you are. He knows what all 3 of you are. And he's unbothered and perturbed. Slightly annoyed.
So, Aurora just
Mind
says,
if I pet her?
I wouldn't, says Joe.
yeah.
I wouldn't.
Also, Joe, you can just be honest with us. That I don't.
Yeah, I am. Nina's my
Please,
guard
Joe.
dog, and
A lot of weird stuff has been
we
happening.
just found
and
Fenrir, and
Oh,
yeah, they're
I
gonna
just
have
want-
puppies.
But listen,
Joe.
I just want to know. It's just a lot of weird stuff has been happening. A lot of changes have been happening the past month, and I just want to know. Just for once, please, please.
He looks at Samiel.
Dread, because I'm using compel. Succeed
Doesn't
my
work.
rouse check.
If you want him to tell anything, that doesn't work.
I need mesmerize for that.
Yep. Nothing that needs cognition. If you compel him to tell the truth, he will say, "Tell the truth." Nothing that requires cognition on his part. And remembering things or explaining things require cognition.
I mean,
That's dominate, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
sadly, I don't have mesmerize.
Oh yeah, it's a single action.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
And it specifically states that something like that is not capable of doing with it.
Can I look at Nina's reaction to Joe's
Oh,
story?
her ears are back. Like looking at Joe, like dead and flat.
Okay. If that's the case, Samuel's gonna walk up to him, and he's gonna lift him up by his throat.
Oh boy!
Oh.
No. Okay.
Okay.
Let's
It wasn't
What is
Mori.
it?
I need you to
Guys?
roll. I need you to roll a strength and brawl, because he's not gonna let you.
I mean, good luck.
Are all
I'm
these
rousing the blood for
people?
it too.
Why are all these people fighting? We have words. We have evolved as a species to use words. Is what Aurora says out loud.
Oh boy, you better roll like a god. Because that is 4, 5, 6, 7.
He got a 9.
Well, I can willpower that.
He's like, I don't think so.
10.
Okay, so he's really quick, faster than immortal, and this kind of like solidifies in your mind that he's not immortal, because he like grabs your wrist, you grab his, he ducks under, and then finally you catch him and you lift him. He's a lot heavier than he seems. Nina snarls as you put your hands on Joe, and he's just like, "Oh damn, I'm kind of into it hard, but you're woo." And then Fenrir starts barking.
Just both of you stop. We don't need to resort to violence. And she like just tries to push like them like apart, and she's like, just stop. Just stop.
I got the reaction I wanted. Then I'll put him down.
It's like, are you okay, Joe? Sir? Person?
Should have brought popcorn along with the booze. And I'm sitting down on the bed near the dogs, putting one leg over the other and just interested, observing what's going to happen.
The minute you put Joe down,
Um,
Nina stops growling.
Well, you're not lying about the dog. Lie again, and it'll really hurt.
Listen, we don't have to threaten each other, okay? We can just talk and maybe we can find a compromise, you know, like an exchange of some sort. I am
Joe's rubbing his
so-
neck, and he's like, "I think you guys should leave." I think we're done talking, lady. You seem nice. Fenrir's a great dog. You have some fucking whacked out friends.
Getting up, moving towards the door. By the way, bottle's still sealed, so don't worry whether or not it's been tampered with. Hope you have a nice night.
Yeah.
And it was nice meeting you. And getting out of the door.
And what if I don't leave? What are you gonna do?
We should go. I don't think we should fight.
Oh, he's standing. He's posturing.
Oh my god, just
I don't know why you wouldn't leave, says Joe. You're not gonna get anything.
clearly we are obviously we're not gonna get anything now. We could have done this nicely, and
He couldn't tell the truth to begin with.
well, I know that either, but I didn't try to go at his throat either.
I don't regret
This
the
is
choice.
why the Roman Empire fell. They got too greedy. Listen. Can you guys just go out for a bit? Can I
This is a
talk,
waste of my time.
please?
Yeah, Samuel, just leave the room.
Okay.
Having to duck under the door.
Yeah, you're a big boy. When you step under, Fenrir trots out with you. Like happy as can be. Doot, 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 doot. His ears kind of doing like a up flop, down flop, up flop, down flop as he's trotting. And Joe's just like, and there he fucking goes again.
He's gonna pat him on the head.
Okay.
He's gonna pat Fenrir on the head.
Yeah.
Hey, dog. Turning towards Fenrir.
He's standing by Samiel. When you say dog, he doesn't really seem. I mean, he looks at you, but isn't really. There's no like cognition there. He's just.
Do you also understand every word I say?
It's hard to tell. It's that little hard sniff. And then he paws at Samuel's foot for like pets. And then eventually Nina like steps out as well, and Joe's just like, "And you're leaving too? Fuck you. Yeah. Fuck you for putting me in this position." And he turns back to Aurora. So I guess we're gonna talk, and then he's gonna shut the door. So it's just you and him, and we're gonna meanwhile in the hotel room outside Felix and Samiel.
Why are you even here? I mean, not that I'm complaining, but isn't it weird how we bump into each other all the time?
I was delivering an animal that didn't belong to. That's why I'm here. It was a courtesy.
I mean, but how did you know to bring it here? Like, we didn't even know maybe like 20 minutes or 30 minutes ago?
He told me.
He told me that we would be here?
As he's like bends down to like pet Fenrir,
He's a good boy.
He told me.
And how did he know?
That's a great question. And he looks at Nina. How did you know? Or you told him, didn't you?
Question, are you two barking, or you have to describe to Felix when you use disciplines because he doesn't know. And if you're now crouching down and also start growling and barking like Azriel did earlier, that's something that is of importance to me.
Storyteller, am I barking like an animal?
It's up to you if you want to. How do you imagine it for Samiel? Is it literally like he speaks English and the dog just like listens like an anime? You know what I mean?
Yeah, more. I would say that with like maybe like a growl and a hiss from time to time.
Okay.
Cool.
But yeah, he'll just ask Nina.
Asking her how Fenrir knew, or how.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, essentially, I said, did you tell him more or less?
How is she gonna respond? It's safer with Joe than without.
I guess.
We're all a team.
Can't even... A team, huh?
I assume he's lying to protect me.
Well, there was only one way to find out if he was going to tell the truth, so I figured picking him up off the ground was a way. Since he just won't say it.
How does that work?
Have you never tried to coerce anyone?
No, I mean what you're doing right now with a wolf.
Oh, I guess I've always had a natural affinity with animals, but in this instance, just able to talk with them. If I kind of essentially establish this mental link, then you're just kind of able to converse back and forth.
At that, you hear a whistle coming from above you.
Looking up.
You see,
Yeah,
you both see Stone. He kind of gives you a pinky wave. He's 2 floors up, and he says, "Hey, y'all want to come see something fun?"
Sure.
Samuel, it's good to see you. So glad we ran into each other again.
Yeah, I guess so. Seems like you just kind of pop out of nowhere.
I've always
So-
had kind of a habit to do so. I'm fun though. I'm fun. Hey, I like your little wolf friend too. Mighty fine. And he winks. And the wolf, like, you literally can imagine her raising an eyebrow. Like, what the fuck? And then Zero's like, pops out of your shirt. Samuel and is like,
Wow.
he's like, I don't know how I feel about this guy. I like kind of want to lean into his party animal life, but at the same time I'm afraid because he is a Giga Chad, Sam. It's scary
I would say
and it's awesome.
all of this.
His Riz, look at it. Goddamn man was in a fucking beach suit earlier, and you still want to wine and dine him.
That you
I'm into it. I don't know why.
you are an enigma.
He just puts one little paw on your cheek, and he's still looking up at Stone with kind of awe and reverence. His other little paw on his center of his chest. I too one day want to be a Rizzler.
Can we not use that phrase?
You don't like my Riz? And he like touch your chin, and then he touches your
you
nose
know
all
where that
softly.
word even originated from?
Yeah, of course I do.
Yeah.
And then he
where?
slides into your shirt, grumbling.
That's what I thought.
I honestly apologize. But Snow White. We're going up?
I suppose so.
All right. You two head up the steps. They wind kind of back and forth in a very straight and angular pattern. They platform out. It reminds you of a really old fire escape, which is probably exactly what it is. I mean, this whole building has been reconstructed and refortified, remade. There is a soft bass sound, and Stone waits for the two of you to get up to the 3rd floor before he opens the apartment door again, and that soft bass turns into a very loud bass, and there's like flashing lights.
If possible, I would like to take my stuff with me.
Oh,
Because
yeah, of course,
since we-
because you got dropped off.
yeah, because Ubers probably don't wait around for that long.
Right, exactly.
All
So,
right.
and as you two are heading up, this is where we're going to take our first bathroom break.
Yippee!
What do you mean? I've taken like 15.
And we are returned. All right. In the apartment complex. Actually, pausing with that really quick. Mori, how are you getting anywhere and where are you going?
I don't know necessarily how far away we went, but I was just going to turn in do, what is it, Unseen Passage?
Okay.
And then I was just going to Celerity run it.
Damn.
Yeah.
I imagine just like the flash.
Yeah.
Where are you headed?
Azriel.
Do you know where he lives?
Yeah, I've been to his place a couple times.
Nice. Okay, go ahead and roll for me. Just a wits and awareness as you're rushing.
1, 2. Am I going to see Kane again?
Just roll it.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 successes.
I love this. I'm not sorry. Mori.
Do you need to rouse check for celerity?
I think
Yee.
she did. I think she said she did.
I
she
did.
Didn't. It didn't increase earlier.
I rolled a 10. So, critical success, but it's only a rouse, so.
All right. As you are speeding away from vacation spirits, you indeed have the annoying urge to turn around and try to fight it. As you will, you can't. You glance back, and the only letters that are lit in that sign are CAIN. Overhead, the sky in the distance rumbles. A wind pushes through the eaves, filtering through the city, trailing after you as you head to Azriel's house. When you get there, Azriel, can you describe what your house looks like, please?
So I live in a penthouse apartment. It's a multi-room. It's pretty upscale, and I have the most expensive room in the complex. And getting to the front door, you'll notice the door has been replaced with a door with a dog door. Outside, there's a couple of dog food bowls that are filled up with some dog food for any strays that come by that might be hungry.
So what's on the bottom of the complex? Is it a shop?
No, it's all nicer apartments.
Okay. And so the door that leads into the complex has a dog door on it?
No, my room door has a dog door on it.
Your room door, okay. So is this built kind of like a hotel, like you go in, or do you get buzzed in? It has like a big...
You do have to get buzzed in. It's a bit of a gated one.
Okay. And Mori, I assume, either knows your code, or since you're expecting her, you're waiting for her to buzz?
Yeah, I was made privy that she might be coming, and I was hoping.
Okay. The foretold arrival, at least you hope it's her. Your little phone, the mechanism that's mounted to the wall that you let people in, lets out this delicate chime.
I'll pretty happily go over, expecting I'll do the little call button. Who is it?
Kind of glad that you were actually here. I wouldn't have known where to look for you.
I'm
That's all
glad
she
you
says.
came. And I'll buzz for you to come in.
Ooh. I go in.
Okay, are you still obfuscated, or...
I am still obfuscated. I have a ghost in the machine as well, so if cameras see me, they don't really see me. And on top of that, she would try and walk around their peripherals.
Okay, but you do still, open the front door as
Right.
if, a ghost is opening the door.
Yeah, definitely.
That does make the lobby lady a little nervous. You can absolutely sense her fear as the door just opens on its own. She grumbles, and something about Evan, the mechanic guy, but she does not get close to the door at all. Do you take the stairs or the elevator?
The stairs.
Okay, so
I'm not gonna get tired.
when the door opens in the stairway as well, she like screeches, and she runs out of the lobby.
Girl.
Yeah.
Oh no. But also Mori just like kind of like smirks at it, just like, haha, scared of ghosts. Anyways, yep, going up those
'Kay.
stairs. I don't know what floor he's on,
Very, very top.
but Mori
So
does.
yeah.
Yeah, well, you know.
So you're basic.
going.
You've got probably a special key at the top of the stairwell that will let you in.
Yep.
Yep. But we're gonna meanwhile there, and I'm gonna come back to Aurora because her player has to leave soon. Aurora,
Yes.
you are in the room alone with Joe. And yeah, Nino, I think, left outside to be with Samiel as well.
Mm-hmm. Listen, Joe, I'm so sorry about them and the trouble they've caused, and
What'd you say your name was again? Aurora, right? It's your name.
yeah, and you knew I was a librarian.
I mean,
I
you just
didn't
look
know.
like the type. You got like a little shirt, like a tie, and like.
He told you, didn't he?
I'm sorry.
I know
Who?
something's been going. You know I'm different. Just, I've been trying to come to grips with that the past month, and tonight I've been
Look,
having
I
to deal with.
don't think you should call yourself different. There's nothing wrong with being short. A lot of guys like that.
And Aurora kind of giggles and smiles at that.
I like
She's
that.
like-
I'm appreciative. Your big scary boyfriend, though, not so appreciative.
I just met him today. I don't think he's my boyfriend.
You just met him.
I-
Oh, he's not your boyfriend.
I think he has someone else. I mean, he was going to see someone anyway. I don't know. But it's just me. Well, it used to be just me and Fenrir, but now I'm not sure about anything. Look, I don't know what's going on, and that scares me a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you about that. I mean, you can probably tell. And clearly, you're different too, but I don't think you're my kind of different. At least, can you hold out your hand just a moment?
Hey, you probably shouldn't go around just telling people that are short they're short. You're gonna give someone a complex.
Can you hold out your hand just for a moment?
He holds it out.
And I grab his hand and see, like, you're warm. I'm cold. You
Yeah.
know what I am.
Usually women are cold. Little freeze babies, the lot of you.
So I'm not gonna get any answers from you either, huh?
Well, I don't even know what you're talking about.
I just want to know, what is Fenrir?
He's a dog. Part
Why is he
German
here?
Shepherd for sure.
For sure, yes, but Nina's not a dog. She's a wolf. She's very big.
Probably half wolf.
And she's very protective of Fenrir. I don't think... I mean, maybe they're in that kind of relationship? I don't know. I don't know anything anymore, and it's scary, and I just... What are you to Nina? What are you to Fenrir? Are you gonna protect Fenrir?
What? You're asking a lot of questions that are really like, you're really cute, and I know, like, we just met and all and stuff, but, you know, I need a little stability in my relationship before I start opening up.
I mean, I guess we should get to know each other before as friends. I guess we should be friends. I'm sorry. I don't usually talk to people that often. I usually get my answers from books, and I haven't read anything that's prepared me for this.
Yeah, I guess you kind of wouldn't, would you? And he laughs to himself.
But you and clearly there's beds. You and Nina, and Fenrir are clearly up to something. I just want to know, what has Fenrir been doing the past month?
I don't know. I mean, wandering around.
Aurora looks so fucking sad right now. Like, the saddest puppy eyes, and she just takes off her glasses that she doesn't need, but she just carries them around because they make her feel better. And she's like, I'm sorry to have bothered you. I'll go now. I'm sorry to have caused so much trouble. I just wanted to apologize. And she goes to open the door and leave.
Oh my gosh. Go ahead and roll a manipulation.
I have 0 in I have 1 dice.
Yeah, persuasion and manipulation. You get a +2 bonus because you're attractive.
Circumstance.
Yeah, yeah. You're like laying on the guilt. Oh.
Funny enough, she's doing that unconsciously. All right, so 2, and then I get an extra dice because higher tier, everybody. So that's 3. Oh god, I failed all of that. I'm just gonna let that one slide.
Willpower?
No, I'm good. I've already willpowered once today. I feel like this is very on brand. It's okay.
Kate, when you put your hand on the door, you hear him intake breath like he's gonna say something, and when you glance at him, he's just looking at you. There's emotions behind the eyes, but he doesn't say anything. He lets you open the door and leave.
And she just says, one more thing. Just make sure he doesn't get hurt.
What? I'm not gonna keep your dog?
But he's gonna keep coming back here, isn't he?
I guess it's up to him, isn't it?
I hope not. I miss him. He's all I got. He's all I have. At least now.
Joe closes his eyes and sighs and runs a hand through his hair like, God fucking Jesus Christ, motherfucking.
I close the door. I just let him and she just Aurora and just like stoops down. And she's just trying to keep it together. She's really on a thin wire, and she knows that she's by herself, right?
Yeah, I mean, as you step out, it's just the 2 dogs down in the parking lot, because the other 2 went upstairs. And so Fenrir, like, comes trotting towards you, and then the door suddenly opens, and Joe's like, I was just helping him out, okay? He had a couple questions, and I'm like a dog whisperer, alright? I don't want to keep your dog. And whatever you got going on with you, I hope you figure it out.
Thank you.
Yeah, I feel bad for your future husband. He's gonna be such a fucking smuck. Grumbling to himself. Goddamn doe eyes. Shit. Fuck. I'm here for a couple weeks if you have any more questions or, you know, something comes up, I don't know. I don't know. Fuck.
I would really like that.
You shouldn't wander around this part of town by yourself, though.
Well, I have other people with...
Yeah? And he, like, looks both ways in the parking lot. Where'd they go?
I don't know. But Fenrir's with me, and he's always protected me.
Yeah, but a dog is not gonna... Look, there's just... Oh, shit. There's just things, okay? There's just things that... Find yourself some allies. More than just a dog. Don't be so forthcoming to strangers either.
But you're not a stranger anymore, are you?
I am definitely a stranger, Aurora. You barely met me. And your bodyguard, wherever he went, left you alone. I could have killed you. I could have strangled your ass.
But you didn't. And I know you wouldn't because you've protected Fenrir.
Well,
I
I'm
don't
just
think someone
saying.
who likes dogs
You
and a
can't.
dog whisperer wouldn't.
Oh my God! Look, you are
You're a lot
so.
nicer than you give yourself credit for, okay?
Wow! Keep saying nice things to me.
I'm only saying them because they're true. I'm not very good at lying.
You make my anime boy heart go doki doki. Shit.
Aurora bends down to Fenrir and she's like, you have given me the most anxiety I have ever felt in my entire life. Do you know what you've put me through?
He just kind of puts his face in your hands and rubs his face all over you and starts licking your hands and stuff.
I just hug him. I just want you to come home. I want us, I don't know what's happening to me. I don't know what's happening with you. I just want us to go back to the way things were. When it was just you, me, and some books. I just don't know what normal is anymore. And I'm scared. I don't think whatever's happening to me is gonna go away. I haven't read anything, and to be honest, it's not like I dislike it either. I get to read all night long, which is nice. I'm learning new things. But I want you here with me. I don't know. I don't think I can live without you, Fenrir.
He barks. And then he does this really hard dog sniff. Like, tail wag.
And also, I feel like I've been talking to you a lot and very rudely in front of your friend, Nina. Hello? Nina, I know you don't like me that much, but I think you've been protecting him, you and Joe. So I just want to say thank you for that. I don't have any money, and I don't have any dog food or jerky or anything.
Nina's not with you. She's up with Stone.
No, I think she's still down in the parking lot.
She was down in the parking lot. I think the other two dogs went up, though.
So.
What are the two dogs?
The wolf friends.
Okay.
I think they all stayed downstairs. All the wolves and dogs. Yeah. She.
Retcon.
Yeah. She. Did I say they went upstairs?
I think so.
You
I'm
said
not
two of them went
100%
upstairs,
sure.
yeah.
I know that.
There's only 2 dogs on the scene right now. The other wolves haven't shown themselves.
Yeah, I know.
That's why I think Nina had to be upstairs if 2 dogs went upstairs.
No, if it's when I said the two of them upstairs, it's literally Felix and Samiel.
There we go.
Is the two of. Yeah, Coda remembers went upstairs.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thank you, DM.
Yeah, so Nina's watching you impassively from like the overhang above the hotel/apartment, whatever, door. And Joe's just standing in the door frame looking conflicted. And Joe's like, it's not really that big a deal. Like, really, it's not a big deal. Just take your dog and God, just find something happy and cling to that with everything that you have.
That's Fenrir. And my books. And my research, but I'm gonna have a lot of time to do that, apparently.
I can't believe I'm going to do this. Hey, you got a cell phone? I'll give you my number.
Oh, thank you. And so she takes out her phone, and then she also gives a business card. And she's like, here, this is me. And since, well, I guess I should put you directly in my phone. I don't want to forget you. And so she gets his information from him. I'm glad you can be friends.
Yeah, just if anything crazy weird happens, more,
This whole
I guess.
this whole night, I don't even know where the other two are. And she just sits down on the ground. She's just like visibly, mentally, just like tired.
It's like,
There's just too many mysteries happening all at once. Too many strings being pulled. And I don't even know what direction to go in.
I guess you could just do the good old throw a stick on the ground in whatever direction that points, you follow.
Maybe you're right.
Anyways, that's me, Joe Adams.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm Aurora Toro. But you can just call me Aurora.
Or Miss
Don't worry
Toro.
about this. Just Aurora. I like that. I like that very much. But, yeah, thank you for everything. And I guess I better find the others and make sure that we don't cause trouble because I don't know what we'll do. And I'm just worried about that. She just sighs. Like, she doesn't even need to sigh, but she just, like, audibly is like, ugh. Fenrir, do you know where the others went? And are we gonna go home tonight together? Or are you gonna stay here? And I know it sounds crazy that I'm asking you, but I don't know. There's so many changes. You've been staying here. Maybe you like him better than me, and maybe you're happier here than there, and I'm just being...
He's just sitting next to you on the curb, tilts his head when you talk to him, tail wagging, tongue kind of stops panting so hard, and you know where the dog's mouth like almost closes, like, huh? And then he starts panting again. You should take him home, says Joe. Don't. You have my number in case something comes up.
Okay.
He whistles sharply, and not one, but two very, very large dogs, which you think are wolves, pass by you and enter the hotel room. You didn't even see the second one, but the second one is larger than Nina.
Aura gets just really close to Fenrir and kind of like hugs him a bit because this makes her like nervous because she didn't notice them at all. Are they like Nina?
They're larger than, but she.
But do they have that same intelligent look?
They don't even look at you. They're literally
Okay.
just following Joe into the hotel room. And then he's like, nice to meet you, and I hope you find your friends. And he shuts the
Alright,
door.
thank you.
Then you hear the lock. Then you hear the chain. Then you hear another lock.
Oh, wow. We should probably start bothering him. I guess we should wait by the car, huh? Because I don't know where they went.
Roll intelligence and wits. Let's see if you recognize Samiel's car.
Okay. Intelligence and wits. Oh, yeah. Ah, yes. Five successes.
Yeah, I think with 5. Vil, you think with 5 she'd be able to recognize Samiel's car?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So, will you describe your car for the viewers?
I really haven't described it to begin with, but I think about it now.
Yeah, I don't think you have, so I'm making you do it now.
We only know that it's filled with trash.
Yeah.
Because Zero's a good boy.
Right, it's filled. I feel like his side is just trash, and like the rest is
Clean.
like good, clean. But his side is just garbage city.
Garbage city.
Yeah, it's like a blue 4-door, like I would say 2009 Ford Explorer. Yeah, it's nothing horribly remarkable, and it's pretty ordinary. It's not like a super fancy car, but it is newer, so it is in very good condition. Yeah, but the interior wise, that would be proper. Like his little passenger side is just garbage, and the rest is just nice and pristine.
Well,
that's the headcanon for me now.
Nice.
so you lean against his car and just chill?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just sit on the road just next to his car, just like mentally and emotionally exhausted, and I just lean into Fenrir, and then I look at Nina and I say, if you don't have a place to stay tonight, you can stay with me. And she looks at Fenrir like, I am talking to someone that I don't know this. I don't know if it's a dog, and I'm talking to 2 dogs, and I'm kind of a weirdo. Oh no.
She doesn't. There's no response because there's the 2 that went inside with Joe, and then she's out on the quote unquote porch in front of the door.
Mm-hmm.
But she's laying down, very comfortable, just watching you and Fenrir. When you move, Fenrir scoots a little closer.
And so I start telling Fenrir about the entire time that he's been gone and about the accident. And I'm just like, and I don't know what happened. I woke up and I was in a hospital, and it's just, I don't know. And the nurses and doctors were acting all weird and funny around me. And just I had this note, which was more like a letter. And she just like basically goes over like that whole awkward, like,
Everything.
yeah, everything.
Okay, is she talking loud, or is she just talking soft that only Fenrir could hear her?
No, she's talking in a normal voice because she doesn't know. She's just like, Nina's a wolf, but I don't know if she understands me or anything. I'm not a dog whisperer, so I'm gonna assume she doesn't understand me.
Right. Okay. All right. That's all I need to know. I need to make a roll. Hold on. All right. Sliding back upstairs, because I have another player that goes a little bit earlier than others. Felix and Samiel. Inside this fine apartment, there is a housewarming party that's happening. And the soft, deep bass of R&B with a mixture of rap is playing. When you walk in, the music is turned low. And there is a woman wearing a belly shirt and a skirt. She's barefoot. The skirt slits up the side. And she offers the 2 of you Jello shots. We'll change the music a little bit. She isn't quite, she does drawl, but she doesn't have like a southern accent. But her tone is just like, well, look what we have here. Are you guys new?
Most definitely, ma'am. Taking one of the shots, sniffing it, but forgetting to drink it.
She offers one to Samiel. Man, you're really big. He wasn't kidding, and Stone just kind of smirks.
I don't drink.
What's your name, gorgeous?
Oh, Valerie. She's so high. Zooted out her mind. And then there's 2 guys on her couch that also look zooted, and there's like a television playing. There's another person in the kitchen, and then over her head, Stone's deeper in the living room, and he motions the 2 of you to follow him.
looking with if Daniel is here too. Danny.
Yeah, if you brought Danny, he's there.
Okay, good.
He'll drink the shot.
Oh, I'll hand it to him.
Oh yeah, he'll drink it. And
Give me a second. I think when Felix watches him drink and he probably enjoys it, I want to get a taste of it from his lips. Like, he downs it, the music is playing, I get this quizzical look, and then I just lean in and peck my lips against his. And then realize that it tastes awful, if anything at all. But now I know.
yeah, it's pretty bad, especially for a Kindred.
Strong stuff.
Danny's just
Yeah.
flushing because you kissed him.
And then I go look for Stone.
What about you, Samiel? Valerie's like, oh, it's all right. We don't need to give you any drinks then. Do you want something else? She motions to the coffee table. I got a couple things over there.
I'm fine. I don't want anything to drink. I'm not thirsty.
I got a couple smokes.
I appreciate the amenities, but it's not my kind of thing.
Sure, no worries. And Stone like clears his throat and like motions for you to follow him again.
He's gonna shoot him like a look, like you're not my boss. Who the hell do you think you are?
Felix already by his side.
Stone's just waiting for you, Samiel.
He's gonna stand there, arms crossed.
All right, the standoff lasts a couple minutes, and then Stone just shrugs, and he disappears around the hall, motioning for Felix to follow him.
Already went ahead.
As they go around the hall, he will follow.
Samiel. Oh shit. Okay, both of you roll wits and awareness.
And unless Stone motions in any way otherwise, I would have dragged Daniel with us.
Oh yeah. It's only at the end of the hallway that he has Danny way outside. So like
Okay.
this like vacation room feels super like 3-bedroom apartment is how it feels. It doesn't feel like it's just a hotel room. The way it's decorated, it's definitely rented out more than just nightly.
6 successes, but a messy critical.
Damn, okay. And
4 successes.
woof, sheesh. Okay, there's a lot of interesting paraphernalia down the hall. Even though the lights are off, you can see that there are several pictures of the Christ. There are several pictures of smiling young people, old people, all of them very clearly related. And then there is a drawing, frightening drawing. The face inhuman, skin stretched across bone that sags deeply at the cheeks as if the skin itself is made of melted wax. You both, with your wits and awareness, you can smell the oil pastels that this framed picture at the end of the hallway was drawn in. The teeth 100% reminds you of Kindred. Yep. Stone opens a bedroom door. This bedroom looks to be a young boy's room. Short bed, dark blue sheets. These same monstrous drawings everywhere. Everywhere. All over the desk, pinned high up on the ceilings. But what really gets your both attention before Stone even points it out, on each wall There's several letters, but the only letters that are drawn in red pastel are the ones spelling C-A-I-N.
Someone plans an interesting career for their kid.
Stone just
Gotta
shrugs.
admit,
Kinda,
boy's got talent.
I mean, I reckon he's pretty damn talented, all this considered, but it's a little odd to either of you. I could smell the pastel, and I kind of like art, so I wanted to come check it out. I guess the kid's name is Corey. His mama, Valerie, is having a party. Apparently, they just finished paying off a car, doing a little bit of a housewarming that they tried to do when they moved in here a couple months ago. And he, like, just dumps all this information that he's just gotten from this little family. But apparently little Corey here's got, he's got a thing for monsters.
You think he got into Mama's stash?
Could have. But I don't know, he's not here. I asked to talk to him, but I guess he's at Grandma's. But I just wanted to ask the two of you what you make of this. I mean, after all, we kind of been hanging out and seeing this all over tonight, right? Kind of weird, isn't it?
It's definitely something.
I mean, honestly, everything has been weird, and I really can't bring myself to care about it. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, starting with just how we met you. This whole door thing and everything, right?
Crazy, huh?
And your little moo mama handing out the keys and everything. So I gotta level with you. I'm not really even convinced that anything of this is properly real at all.
That makes Stone laugh, like it's some kind of walking nightmare.
Oh, I wouldn't call it a nightmare. Although those pictures, I do enjoy a horror film. But no, you see, if we're being honest, none of it makes sense.
It gets weirder.
Everything. Yeah, and that's something that I wanted to ask you. Like this whole setup. I was wondering whether or not it was you who set the whole door thingy up to get us all together. And I'm trying to pay attention to his reactions if there is emotion, something that I could interpret.
With your previous wits and awareness, he's pretty solid. There's no deeper reaction. He says, you know what? I'm not entirely convinced I didn't do it. But here's what I really want to show you. And he goes over to the kid's desk, and he, like, opens up a folder, and he splays out the pictures. Take a look.
Taking a look.
Do you look?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Street map. Takes you a second, but with your wits and awarenesses, we'll just use the ones that you used earlier to continue the scene. There's a street map. There is a location that's circled, and above the circled location, there is a stick figure of a long-haired stick figure done in black crayon. And then there is a sketch. Beard, long black hair, same quality as all the other drawings around the room. It's strange. It's weird.
What is that location that's defined by these figures?
You look it up.
Yeah, sure.
Roll intelligence and investigation. And Stone, as you do that, Stone says, it kind of looks like it's a city map, no? Kind of looks like I don't know. Might be worth looking. Might be worth getting
Bestial
everyone.
failure.
Okay, getting everyone together to take a look. Bestial failure. So you don't find the location. You take a picture and then you search it on Google, and it frustrates you. Pretty badly, actually. It frustrates you. It makes you want to like rip the pages up or punch the desk or break your phone.
Probably, if I can channel it in any way, I'm probably just going to kick the desk
Okay.
that is right in front of me.
You make the whole thing jump, and you actually crack one of the little drawers at the bottom.
Or maybe take like, if I imagine on the desk being like a little cup where there are pencils or crayons in that the kid uses.
Oh yeah.
Taking one of them out and just ramming it onto the table plate so that it splinters and probably even splintering a little bit into my hand.
What would 6 successes get me with intelligence and investigation? Looking at this map.
Do you want to look it up on your phone or on Zero's phone?
Yeah, I'll look it up on Zero's phone.
Okay. With a 6. It's a fucking taxi service. And it's not even in this city. You're way, way, way too north. This is like fucking LA. But there's a second picture. A second street drawing. That is your city. And it's a storage. It's like a storage unit place.
Yeah, Samuel will just kind of look at that and look at the picture and just kind of compare and contrast. And he'll, that's interesting.
Can we get back to the keys, please? There's something that I wanted to check. Mori asked us all whether or not we got the keys from this little old lady, right?
I don't think that's wholly relevant right now.
I want to know how many of those there are.
I mean, we each individually had one.
Well, we arrived roughly at the same time, right?
Correct.
So when did the lady give you the key? And where were you when she gave you the key? My lady gave me the key at naming the address of the hotel and the time that she did. So basically, roughly after getting up and watching 1 hour of a movie.
He just names the park.
And you came from the exact opposite direction, so that park's probably quite a while away from where I am. So either that's a really, really, really fast little lady, or there are 2 of them, right?
That's unlikely to be 2.
And then take into account Aurora and Mori and Azriel. We all had our little ladies. And unless she can be at multiple places at once, there have to be several little ladies, right?
Right.
And you don't think this thought odd?
Oh, it's very odd. It's just hard to piece together what could have moved in such a short amount of time.
Then again, both the ladies, they can basically vanish at the blink of an eye.
You'd have to be exceptionally fast to move, be in several different places at once. And obviously it wasn't some form of projection, because it would have to be a physical body.
And you said, addressing Stono, you said that she couldn't enter the room that you were in because of the crosses on the ceiling, right?
He shrugs. Something like that, I think.
So, where did she get the keys from?
Not me. That's for sure.
Also, that's why I think this all is so unreal to me, to be honest. Because so you've been detained there, right? So someone obviously had to detain you. He placed you there. For one, why didn't they kill you if you wanted you dead? But you've been placed there. And then you secure the door with 6 locks. Why would you do that instead of 1 lock? So you have 6 locks. Each lock, 5 locks? 5 locks. Each lock is marked in some way so that we can attribute it to the keys. And then you have 5 different keys that are being distributed to us. So this all, to me, sees like this was not really supposed to get you out of there. Because if Eugenia had the key or keys, she could have opened the door, and I don't know, she could have taken like one of those old lady claws that you use to reach stuff in a higher shelf, right? And just reach into the room and pull the wood out of you, for example. Or she could have maybe asked someone to just do that. Maybe even by force. I don't know. So why did it have to be us to get you out of there?
Maybe all are special, says Stone with a kind of a smirk.
And it baffles me that none of the others seem in any way concerned about this. And that's what it makes it unreal to me too. And that includes you, now pointing towards Samiel. Like, we all met there, and for some reason, y'all went down, and first you weren't unwilling to open the door, but then you did, and then you all left. And now some of you seem to be forced to come back or anything. So, to me, it doesn't really make any sense at all. But then on the other hand, it doesn't have to. So if this is just a fever dream, I don't need to make any sense out of it. But it might be interesting to try to figure it out. I'm sorry, I'm just speaking out of my ass right now. Things that's been bothering me. Not really bothering me.
I mean, there are several things that have bothered me about this night. And not just this meeting and this chance. There's so many different things that I can think of off the top of my head that hasn't been right. It's all been strange.
Do you happen to have any connection to any of the others?
No.
Like, I know that Mori and Azriel are connected, and kinda Aurora is connected to Azriel as well through the study stuff and whatever.
I am wholly disconnected from all of you, so how I have any correlation with any of you is baffling to me in every sense of the word. You are all completely an enigma to me.
I have no connection to the others whatsoever, either way. Luckily, Samiel wasn't there when he spoke to Mori about the Alice stuff.
All I know is there's something out there, and it ain't right. And he points at Stone. It's more disturbing than you.
Also, what's it with your eye?
You asking Stone?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, this?
Which one is he pointing towards? The black one?
No, he's pointing to
Then
the one
you-
that's whiskey colored.
No, the other.
What's wrong with my other eye?
don't know what's wrong with it. I wouldn't say that, but it's dark.
Been like that for a long time. I don't know. He shrugs.
You don't question it?
Do you question your little red eyes?
I mean, I understand why it happens.
I imagine it's something to do with the change. Been this way for a long time.
I got a question for you, Stone. Because I feel like you've answered nothing. At least when I'm around. What do you know of a dark presence being called dead? Getting such a sensation that it feels like someone grabs a hold of you, dips you in a ice cold glass, almost like it's frozen. Rips you at the level of fear that you didn't think you ever felt in your life. Because I'm telling you right now, when I was out there in the forest, felt something that wasn't right, and Fenrir didn't like it either. The other wolves ran too. As if they wanted no part of it either, so... What's your part in all this? Because clearly you are all connected. And don't give me this charm you like to lay on. Because
I'm afraid that's just part of my personality. And grins.
I can tell you that that's true.
I don't buy it. Something's off.
We are what we are. It's always off. But you were out in the woods?
That's right.
And you felt something dead. Different than what we are? Is that what you're saying?
Fenrir refers to us as dead. Doesn't see us as living beings, which is not inaccurate.
Right,
I mean,
but you thinking there's something
are-
else.
Oh, there's something else out there, and it's... You bother me, Stone. What was out there disturbed me.
I mean, if they're vampires, why shouldn't there be things like ghosts and zombies and skeletons and ghosts I already mentioned, and werewolves and witches, maybe fairies? Oh god, can you imagine like a little fairy godmother with tiny wings?
You know, that would be interesting.
I mean, that's the thing, right? Just 6 days ago, I thought I had life figured out, more or less. And then you die, and everything's different. So, why is there anything you should believe or take for granted from before? Obviously, life after death, looking down on myself, is really not what anyone told me beforehand, or what I expected. So why is it strange in this sense that anything else is different, or at least possible?
It's a great question. Do you remember it?
What
Your turn?
exactly? The last thing I remember was partying, let's say it that way. Was just turning 21, and you know, first time you can legally imbibe alcohol, and I kinda did that. and a lot of it. And then I think there was more, and a little other stuff too, but that's already in a haze. And then things got really, really blurry and really, really spicy, if you know what I mean. And then the next thing I know is that waking up is not really the right term, but I regained consciousness and was like this. At first I freaked out, right? Like, hey, okay, I'm not feeling that fresh, and checking my temperature. Oh, okay, room temperature is a little low, so called a doctor, and he didn't know what to do with it either, and well, still having to hear back from him. But I'm you can count two and two together, right? Like, you figure you don't have a heartbeat, and that suddenly you're mostly active during the night, and people look suddenly so appetizing. And after watching a few movies on that topic, I'm fairly sure what I am now. Even though obviously it's all a little bit skewed, because I don't run away from garlic pizza. And obviously, pointing to stone, stake through the heart doesn't kill you. Or destroy you or whatever.
Just put you to sleep a little. And a torpor is what it's called.
Yeah.
Isn't that what, like, fake hair? Oh no, that's a toupee. Never mind, sorry.
I mean, at least you recall your turning, or parts of it. The before and the after, I just remember waking up,
I assume
popping out of the
physically
ground.
changing?
I mean, physically and appearance-wise, in general.
Yeah, I mean, the bandages are a giveaway a little.
Yeah, well, you can't go walking around looking like a monster. Tends to draw too much attention.
Do you mind showing? I would
Yeah.
think
Why not?
it might feel relieving to be seen if you otherwise can't.
He's just gonna give both of them a look like this. I really shouldn't. But he will slowly begin to unravel
I really
the bandages.
shouldn't. Okay.
Then, once they're finally off, he'll kind of put his face up. Well, yeah, you'll be able to see it. And what you'll see is a face that isn't quite human at all. If anything, it's like it was manipulated and twisted into something completely different. The skin is kind of like a brownish green, very pale. No nose, two slits like a snake. The mouth almost kind of doesn't even have lips really. It just kind of purses together. Then the eyes. Yeah. Eyes are kind of normal, like they would be, like the usual color you'd see from a human. But he's completely bald. There's no hair. Nothing. If anything, he looks more snake-like than he does human at all.
Felix looks up and down, like takes it all in. And then smiles and gets closer. You do look scary. But I think whether or not you're a monster, that's defined elsewhere. And fist bumping his chest a little.
I mean, I would take the eye alteration over the physical appearance, but yeah, I understand what you're saying. And he'll look at Stone and he'll just be like, "You ever seen anything like this before?"
He thinks on his answer, because you think he doesn't want to offend you. And then he just says, "Reckon I have. I've seen a lot worse, too."
Well,
There are clans that can do that. Well, like, clan in specific. Real good at their craft. Artists, even.
Like the mafia?
Kinda like that. And then he takes a second, if Felix seems interested, or and even Samiel, to start explaining Kindred clans.
Definitely interested. Like probably bring up Highland clans first. Like, oh yeah, like the Scots and the Viscots or what?
Right. The way he describes it is like people that are, gosh, I guess he would kind of like break it down to like breeds of dogs almost as well. You know, but then he explains, remember how we talked about rousing that blood and how it gives you the ability to do special things? You get very specific and special things from your clan. And it looks like Samiel looks like you were met with crafters.
crafters, huh?
I mean, I guess a crude name for it is flesh crafter. Artists, really.
I look between Samuel and Stone back and forth, but I don't say anything.
So that's what did this to my face. And he puts his like fingers up in like quotations, like artists. They just decided to change my appearance and bury me underground like a rat.
You know who changed you?
Like I said, I don't remember. I just remember someone being there when I came from the ground.
I'm more than happy to help you look for who made you so you can ask them yourself. Because my answer for you is, yeah, someone purposely did that to you.
Do I even want to find this person?
I don't know, depends on your curiosity, I guess. Could be good, could be real bad.
At least I could give him a piece of my mind, I guess, but that really isn't much in terms of closure.
Is it worse than before, though? I mean, sure, when it comes to looks, but how I see it, it all comes with certain perks, no?
I mean, the only drawback of this is my face, and everything else is awesome.
I mean, you can fucking talk to wolves. And you have inbuilt flashlights in your head.
It's pretty fucking cool.
So, I don't know, but really, just getting sustenance? if nothing else, that's so much better than eating adjacent biology stuff for humans. And not just I mean, look at Danny down there. Not just for me, but for the one who provides the nourishment as well. So imagine not having to slaughter the cow to get a steak, and the cow liking having it cut out of them. Isn't that a win-win?
Yeah, but can it be a painful experience as well? Is it always, you know,
Depends
just
on the
pleasurable to
clan.
somebody?
Depends on the clan again, son. And Stone's like over at the kid's desk, like looking through it again.
I mean, have you fed?
I've fed plenty, yeah.
So is it painful when you do it?
It's how I do it that people don't like it. Don't worry about it, though.
Why? What's the how that makes it? Like, do you need to rip the head off or what?
Let's just say it has to be a bit of a thrill. Thrill for me, at least.
Meaning
yeah,
what? You need to chase them, or you can just sneak into a haunted house and just go to one of the visitors, or what?
I guess a chase is the proper term to use, yeah. But it has to be pretty violent. Really violent.
Okay, I can see how that's problematic.
At least they don't remember it, though, so that's the good part.
Stone stands up from rifling through the small desk and is like, well, I got a couple papers of interest. If we'd like to go take a look. We left a little Aurora down there, right? Thought I saw her.
Do you know where the grandma of Cory is? Maybe we should just visit them and ask the kid directly.
I didn't get that out. But we could ask Valerie maybe where Grandma is and go talk to little Cory. Or we could just come back here tomorrow. If we're interested.
Yeah, that'll work. Just give me a minute to wrap myself back up here so I can be presentable.
Just no problem. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, glad I can indulge.
Don't be so hard on yourself. Regarding the chasing thing, if it's just the hunt, I wouldn't mind you chasing me through the woods. If that helps you in any way.
Oh, no.
There's a bit of a problem with feeding on other kindred, sadly, so that's a no-go for me.
What's the problem there?
You know what? Stone, I'll let you handle it since you seem to like this role.
He explains blood leeching. You know, and he's like, it's really only a problem depending on your clan. Like, there's a clan called Ventru. They have particular tastes. Literally, like, kind of can't even get it up for something that doesn't fit into their designation. Now, I'm not saying that's bad or nothing. And then there's, well, it depends on what kind of realm we're in, right? Kind of like a kingdom. You've got two factions. I think I explained it earlier. The Camarilla and the Anarchs.
Yeah.
Technically, feeding from another kindred is taboo.
Oh. Okay. Would it work in emergencies, though?
I don't know. It depends on what Samiel's clan is.
I was thinking about Aurora. Like she said that she never really ate, in quotation marks, properly. So I guess she's having blood bags or something. So what if she ran out and started starving? Could we feed her before she starts attacking people?
I hope so.
Or would we need to find her suitable meals?
Did you want to say something, Caleb? Go ahead, sorry.
I mean, yes and no. I mean, you could just... All depends what kind of their code is on feeding. They prefer someone that's alive, someone's about to die, someone that's close to them, or do they prefer to feed off of dead bodies? Like there's a variety of things you could do. Blood bags are common, yeah. Hell, she could feed off animals if she wanted to.
That works too. Okay. I'm just curious because apparently I don't have a preference for anything, so interesting that others have.
Yeah, that is unique.
Maybe you just haven't found your preference yet.
So far, everything I tasted tastes good, except of that jelly shot earlier.
In all honesty, it didn't taste good when I was human, so I think that's just normal.
I don't know, actually. Like I said, the first time I tried it is basically 5 days ago. How do you know about this Corey, though, Mr. Stone?
I asked Valerie.
Yeah, but why? Like, you happen to know that there is this kid in town that has this, and pointing around the walls of the room.
I told you.
How
I could smell the
did you know
pastel. I'm a fan of art. I'm also curious. Wandered around the apartment, saw the cute little drawing in the hallway, and then opened things up in here, and look what I found.
Well, yeah, see, isn't that one of those unbelievable coincidences again?
I don't know.
Like, we get here because of the dog, and then this, like, 2 levels above.
Maybe we're just haunted. Because that's something to consider in the world of darkness. Specters and ghosts. I can tell you being a kindred isn't the end-all be-all. There's a lot of greater things out there. And when he says this, he kind of gets this, like, reverent look and really far-off look. Anyway, you all wrapped up and ready to go, Samiel?
You know, like that whole time they were talking, he was just
rapping.
He was just rapping, yeah. And kind of like make sure he makes sure everything's like snug and tight, and he's like, yeah.
I'm gonna just take snapshots of the paintings and the cane letter thingies on the wall, everything.
I imagine this is going to follow us until we look into it. And maybe even then it won't stop. Who knows?
So what's the deal with this cane, by the way?
He's the father of us. Didn't you know? Oh, of course you wouldn't know. Call him the Dark Father.
Sorry, I just imagined my father. Like, never mind. Sorry. Dark Father. Okay, yeah.
Stone grins, shaking his head. He's the one true benefactor and progenitor of this entire gift. And then Stone opens the door. Gentlemen, shall we?
Like the one in the Bible?
Like the one in the Bible.
Yeah.
Ugh, I hate Bible school.
You and me
Following
both.
outside. But hey, then Azriel should know a little bit about this, no?
We could ask him. Undoubtedly, he's got a lot of studies on it. You wanted to talk to him anyways, didn't you?
Oh yeah. True. I mean, true.
Well then. And as Stone steps out into the little hallway, the music has changed, and there's like soft laughter and murmurs. And basically, you're offered jello shots and smokes again. Valerie will try to get Stone to stay. She seems really into him. And she says his dangerous eyes. But regardless, he charmingly is going to try and make your guys escape. Go ahead, Samiel.
They offered us smokes, right?
Yeah.
He'll
Severely drugged and otherwise.
take a couple off of him.
Okay, what kind? The illegal kind or regular kind?
Regular.
Okay. Yeah, they're more than happy.
Yeah, he'll put those in his like jacket pocket.
Okay. You guys gonna leave the apartment?
Sure.
Then
Yeah.
then we're gonna meanwhile right there.
And I'll have to be quiet from now on then.
You're good. Azriel,
Yes.
there's gonna be a tip 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 on your door.
Not even that. Like, oh, on the door. Yes. I was like, no, she doesn't make any sounds with her feet. yeah.
I'll come to the door, open it up without even like looking through like the people or anything. Kind of a bit of a smile on my face.
Invisible still.
I'll like
How
poke
wide
my
do you
head
open
out.
it? Okay.
Oh, I
Okay,
like
yeah.
it's full on. I full on open the door. I like not looking out, expecting to see Mori and not seeing. I'll poke my head out, look left, look right.
You're acting
Look
really
really
vulnerable,
confused.
is what she says, and she just kind of like very gently like taps you with her shoulder as she walks in.
I'll look to where you tapped.
Yep, she's visible.
He kind of like jumps, like
Boo.
I'm not used to that. It's good to see you. I'm glad you were able to come by to see me.
I said I would. Just kind of looks around at the place. Has much of it changed? I know it's been like a couple like weeks, months.
So he keeps his place fairly clean. Like, he has like one of his main room is like filled with like bookshelves with like a bunch of old books. You'll probably notice that some of the books are new. Some of the old books that would have been on there have been replaced. He has a couple of just like strange oddities lying around. That have probably changed up a little bit since last time you were here.
You know, it's reassuring you didn't change the locks, but also, if Alice is the one responsible for what happened to you, you should change the codes.
I mean, she has to get buzzed in. She has to break down my door.
But you're also still into her, right?
Yeah. It's hard to throw away such a relationship, and
She's bad at lying. That definitely affects her. Right. Well, I told you to come. You okay if I stay the night?
of course, it was getting a little close to sunup, and I was worried about where you'd be without. I'm happy you're here. And he'll give you just a reassuring smile.
Well, I promised I'd help find the dog, and we found the dog, though, I guess. You know that really, really tall guy, Samiel?
Yeah, I
He
remember him.
just kind of like disappeared, and he came back with the dog. So, I didn't do anything.
At least you were there to help her. Better than me.
She just kind of like
Uh,
looked at you. Why are you being self-deprecating? You had your own things to go to.
Yeah, I finally went to see my sister.
And how's she doing? Smile.
I was really happy. It looks like she's found somebody she likes.
Good for her. Just looking through your stuff as she's talking to you.
Do you want some tea or something?
I think I'm alright. She does fidget with her mask when you say that, though.
You know, Gwen gave me some good advice.
Well, she's a smart girl. You should listen to her.
Yeah, she is. I know my relationship with Alice is definitely behind me now. I don't really see us getting back together.
Okay.
But I wanted to tell you something. I
Did you find
realized
someone
that
new? Someone better, hopefully.
he kind of just smiles at you when you say that, and
What the fuck's that supposed to mean? Come on, just tell me.
I think I like you.
Yeah.
And he's
she
kind of
stopped for a
like
chat.
shaking.
I appreciate the sentiment, but there are so many more people out there who are much better than I am.
Do you not like me?
That's not the
He'll
point.
move a little closer to you.
That's not the point, Gabriel.
I'll say
You
it
don't
again.
know what I am, okay?
I don't care.
You
Like you. He's slowly like inching closer to you.
Well,
see
I
how you
mean,
react.
she's probably up against the wall, just kind of like, as far away as she can be. But she's not doing anything like hostile or anything like that. She just worried.
What are you worried about?
She can't even find the words. I'm just going to say, but she does kind of flinch a little bit when you do bring it up.
I realized it tonight when I first saw you. I didn't realize how lonely and alone I was, and as soon as I saw you, it made me feel the first happiness since I've become like this. And that's when I realized I love you.
Gabriel, you deserve happiness, but I'm not someone who can ever even think about that, okay?
Why not?
And, she's just gonna shout, because I was always a monster, Gabriel. I was always this. The change, it did nothing for what I am, okay? I've always been this.
You're not a monster.
And
Maybe a
in a
little.
moment of just like heated energy, she just rips off her mask. And she says, yes, I am. And when you see underneath the mask, you see a knot. I want to call it a very kind of rough, dotted line of just, I would say, blood. Scarring. Not really scarring because the wound never closed. Cheshire smile-like scar with 3 staples, medical grade, on each side of her face, keeping her lower jaw attached. And it's not like a fine line. It is jagged and ripped. She, you would notice, has used the white makeup that she has applied to her face to try and cover it as much as possible. But you can still see, like, you can see the bloody blood coming through still. And she says, because I needed a reminder. I have one job. I have one job. You can find someone much better than me, Gabriel. And she'll put the mask back on.
He'll step forward and just wrap his arms around you. But I want you. Plus, I can't stand the fact that you'd call yourself a monster. I know you're not. And he'll just kind of hold you real close to himself.
Okay. When you do that, she'll kind of like put her hands up against you, not like too aggressively, but she is kind of holding you back, and she just says, do you know how old I was when I first killed someone?
Azriel looks kind of worried when you say that. And he just, no.
8 years old. And many after that. So many, as a matter of fact, I don't remember every single one. My
tell me
soul
more.
was blackened before it was even taken, okay?
What caused you to... just tell me more. I'm here for you. I'm on your side.
Do you remember your parents? Do you remember happiness?
I do.
First thing I remember is being in a dark room. One other kid as company. And that was my life. For years. Until one day, a man came along. And he picked me up, said I was chosen. She will push herself a little bit further away from him so that she can meet him, her eyes with his.
Azriel's just looking dead in the eye, listening to everything you have to say.
But I wasn't the only one chosen. There were at least 200 other kids. We were kept in... Anyways, we were taught the best ways to cut an artery, And then we were tested on each other. The only outcome was to kill or be killed. And you know what? I didn't even mean the first kill. They tripped.
I can't imagine the horrors you've gone through.
Is it really
But
horror
you're-
if that's all you know?
I want to be something else for you. I want to pull you away from such awful things.
You can't. You're not strong enough.
No, I can. I will. We can spend a lifetime making up for any and all these bad things. We can be happy together.
I'm going to roll a constitution. Whatever, give me a second. Composure resolve, there we go. Two successes. I'm going to say no. He doesn't make it. And I would say that she quietly begins crying as she just hugs you.
I'll just hug up on her, just stroke her hair a little bit, kiss her forehead very gently. I think I really need you, Mori. And maybe you need me too?
I don't know if I can keep you safe, though.
Why don't we keep each other safe?
You don't know how powerful he is.
I don't care. I'd die
Doesn't have
fighting
any
for you.
other... Yeah, she doesn't have any other arguments. She threw everything she had to counter your affection.
I'll, as long as she allows me to. Just keep on stroking her hair very gently.
Probably no longer than a minute, to be honest, because she would get, like, awkward feeling and just kind of push you away.
He'll just smile at you.
Knock it off, you dork.
I'm sorry. I'm just happy to have you near me.
At that point, your phone, biddy-doo-doo, the text message fires off. Gabriel, Azriel, who are you?
Both work in this situation. I'll pull out my phone.
It's just
See
your,
what it
it's your sister. She's just sending you pictures of, like, Peggy over by the counter, getting pie and more coffee, and the caption says, "I think I'm in."
I'll message her back and I'll say, I think I'm in.
You get a bunch of question marks back, and then, like, "You better not be in. Peggy's mine, you bitch."
No, I took your advice.
Oh, you get, like, happy cat faces, like, "Yay! I didn't think you would take my advice so soon." And then
You managed to talk me into it.
I'll call you when I'm done with this date.
Okay. I'll take a moment and I'll show Mori my sister, who my sister found.
Yeah, it's the back of Peggy's head. I mean, Peggy. Oh my god, I can't believe I said that. It's like her
You call her
name.
Piggy?
Well, it's just her nickname from her bros. Just wait till you hear her best friends on the force nickname. It's pretty bad. It's bad.
Cool.
Yeah.
You know, wide eyes. Wait. It's kind of like what's the face? Just like the holy crap, mind blown face.
What's
I
wrong?
know her.
Is she a good person?
I mean, I think so. She's sort of my sister. But don't say anything. Don't say anything she doesn't know.
Okay, I promise. Wait, is it a little weird if both of our siblings are going out with each other?
I mean, I don't care. Do you care?
Not really.
Yeah, I mean, whatever gender, bro.
Oh, I wasn't worried about that. It was just, it must be fate.
I don't believe in that. You know I don't believe in that.
I'll find something for you to believe in. There
Good
is
luck on
something good
that.
out there. Well, I'm gonna try my best. I have a long time to look into it, don't I?
And just quietly under her breath, she'll say, I found at least 3 good things. And that's all she's going to say about that.
And right there, before you respond, we're going to take another bathroom break. Be right back. And we're back. Take it away. Azriel and Mori. Any extra roleplay before I make you roll wits and awareness?
You got
Azriel
anything?
will look to Morrigan. So, do you feel the same way about me?
Oh shit! Oh, I gotta mute myself. Hold on.
I mean, I feel like I'm pretty obvious with how I feel. So, yes. And, yes, before I knew you had Alice, yes.
Really? I didn't know you. I was really scared and worried. I
Dude.
didn't think you.
You know you're
Felt
really
that way.
attractive, right? You're like 6 foot, what, 9? And,
I'm only 6'2".
you're really hot, okay? Aside from that, you're one of the first people I've met that's actually somewhat decent. So, I don't know. I guess I I was supposed to kill you. Didn't you know that?
No, I never could have imagined that.
That's the reason I first found you. Is you had a competitor. I forget what his name was, but he hired and she goes to say something but like changes it to me, right? To take you out, and you know, if I didn't care, you wouldn't be here today.
I'm glad you care. I'm glad you see.
When I'm trying to make, she like, you know, kind of embarrassed. Anyways,
I'm glad you like me. 'Cause I'm really quite fond of you as well.
even with, and she just kind of motions to the mask that she's put back on.
He'll step closer and he says, I love every inch of you.
You haven't seen every inch of me.
Not saying I don't want to.
On the couch, the dog.
Oh no, I think he's upset.
His
Isn't he your best
chin,
friend?
his chin is on the arm of the couch, watching, ears flicking back and forth.
Come on, Thanatos, you know Mori.
I think you should give
I'll
him
go
some
over
love.
and just start petting his head,
He'll roll
rubbing up on him,
Yeah, he rolls over onto his belly.
just petting or stroking his belly, rubbing him up real good. And I'll motion for Mori to come over and give him some pets too.
Oh, yeah. No, she'll come up and give Thanatos some pets. You know, a bigger smile on her face than you've probably ever seen.
Now that everything is about Thanatos, he's okay.
Yeah, perfect.
Dog.
A dog is
I just
center of world.
realized-
Dog is center. Dog is happy.
I don't think Thanatos has had a proper dinner yet tonight.
Well, we should get that taken care of. It's really late.
I'll go to my my kitchen,
Mm-hmm.
go into the fridge, pull out like an actual like steak, and put it on like the grill and just start cooking.
He's very excited, sits at your feet, and scoots a little closer, not standing up. He's still sitting as he scoots closer, so it's almost butt scoots, waiting for his food.
I'll put some hot water on because I need some tea because I might be a little bit like freaking out that he didn't think it would go this well.
What do you mean? I put up so much resistance.
Yep, he'll just cook up a nice little steak for Thanatos.
I'm gonna make you roll for it.
Ooh, what am I rolling?
Kitchen etiquette. Just kidding. Go ahead and roll an intelligence and survival.
Can I use etiquette instead of survival?
No.
Okay, intelligence.
You could use streetwise or performance or animal ken. I'd allow that one.
I'll do animal ken. That one I'm actually very good at.
Yeah, because you're like, it's like, like you know how to take care of the dog. You know what I'm saying?
Would my specialty in dogs apply to this?
Yes. I'll allow it.
Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 successes.
You add some pretty decent vegetables that are really good for pups as well. And he is, by the time you're done, he's like stepping, like little tippy tappies, tip, tap, 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 on your hardwood floor. And he'll bark, rush over to Mori, boop her with his nose, and then come back to you, boop you with his nose. Very excited. He kind of gets big dog zoomies. And it's just clacking nails on the hardwood and like running up onto the couch, doing a spin, jumping off, coming to you. Yeah.
I just smile at him.
He can't.
Who's my good boy?
He is the best boy. He's looking at you like, I am the best boy forever.
And I'll bring out the food to like the living room and set it down for him.
'Kay.
As I sit down on the couch.
As he starts eating, Mori, roll a wits and awareness.
Will do you? Three successes.
There's just something so gentle and mundane about taking care of a dog like this that it reaches beyond the beast, beyond the training, beyond the merciless justice. It touches those threads of humanity. Gabriel is so incredibly soft. And you find yourself smiling, despite yourself.
That smile probably lingers longer than she intends to, before her thoughts sort of return to reality. A little bit off of that high of, her feelings being reciprocated. And she just kind of says, I don't mean this in a negative way, but it would probably be best if nobody knew that we were a thing.
If that's what you want, of course.
It's just safer that way.
That's the same reason I picked up the name Azriel. It was meant to protect you and my sister and my mother.
Well, how about you just call me Nanami?
I will.
That was my name once. A long time ago.
Well, say it again. I love you, Nanami.
You are really too good for this world. And, she can't reach you because you're too tall, but she would try to give you a kiss. But you're too tall. So she just kind
I'm
of
sitting
like,
down on the couch.
oh, well, there we go. She'll give you a kiss and just kind of walk away. I don't know where the bedroom is, but she's going to the bedroom.
Does it look like she wants me to follow, or does she want some space?
Take it however you will. She does, like,
Can I roll?
you know, as she gets into the doorway, just kind of, like, tilt her head over and just kind of, like, eyes look directly at you and just smile into the bedroom. Not that you can see the smile because she has a mask.
Can I roll insight on you?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
It's intelligence insight, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
or you can roll wits insight. Either one will work. What are you trying to
Three
discern? Are you trying to discern like her motives, like her feelings?
No, I'm trying to determine if she wants me to join her in the bedroom, specifically.
Okay, roll wits and insight then, because then you're taking context clues from like. And I'll leave the DC up to Jaqi.
That is 4 successes.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say 3 at least.
That
Because,
was my...
yeah, not very good at expressing herself. I don't know if you've noticed.
She's like, "Shut the
I
fuck
didn't
up!
notice.
You're amazing."
Yes.
It's cute.
So
So it's
yes.
4 successes.
Yeah, she wants you to follow her.
Well, I guess I'm following.
Do we need to ask what happens, or should we
I
fade
mean-
to some?
We can fade to black, but, like, you know, an important thing is, Mori says, I'm not 100% certain how this works, but I'd like to be with you. If that's alright and it's not, I don't know, too fast. It's probably too fast, honestly.
It might be a little too fast, but if it's what you want, I won't lie. I want to be with you too.
She thinks about it for a second and decides to, instead of, you know, go for it, just tease you about it, and she leaves the room.
Damn.
Call out.
Yep.
Call out. Wait. You take the bedroom.
No, that's okay.
No, I
don't-
insist.
No. I can't. Because when the morning comes, they won't be there. So I'll just start bleeding.
I don't care.
But I do. I'd rather you not see me that way.
I can stay. I want you to be in the bedroom. It's safer, more comfortable.
Just kind of like shake her head, exasperated.
I'm not taking no
Fine.
for an answer.
But I'm not using the bed. It's too
He
out in
just
the
frowns at
open.
you.
It's too out in the open. I'd be too uncomfortable.
Okay. He'll
Gabriel, for me, roll a wits and awareness.
I'm good at that. That is 5 successes.
All right. With 5 successes, Mori, what are like some micro expressions that his kindred eyes are picking up on? Like what?
So when he expresses like, yeah, you know, why not the bed? I would say it's a mixture of like worry and fear. Like the thought of being exposed to anyone, like for, you know, potential attack, like that's not something she's used to. Like I don't think you'd get this, but the thing is, like her entire life, she's probably just slept up against a wall so that she could see any way that somebody could approach her. So you can see, you know, like her grabbing at her wrists, like the clear discomfort. That's all.
Azriel will step out for a second, go into one of the hallway closets, pull out a nice fluffy blanket, and come back in and just wrap it around you.
You know that's not going to do anything, right?
It shows I care. You know, just give her a nice little head pat. And
Which,
smile.
you know, she quickly deflects because degrading. Not even the truth, but, you know, her thoughts.
Let me know if you need anything. I'll be out here.
All right. See you in the morning. Oh, actually.
Yes.
I saw something interesting that I think I should share when I was out there.
Sure. I'm all ears.
We weren't the only ones to get the keys.
That's interesting. I also, when I was with my sister, we went to look into Alice's old place, and for a moment, the lock reminded me of the one on Stone Store.
Hmm.
I also ran into some weird occult stuff, but I didn't think it was really the time to show you when I was trying to confess.
So, I guess the important bit is the person I found the key on, that was my sister. It's almost as if it was planted as a threat.
Well,
Like, if we didn't do something, then they'd make her do it.
I'll help you protect your sister, especially since she's connected to my sister now. We'll look out for them together, maybe like some guardian angels. And he'll give you kind of a smile that he kind of amused with that idea.
You know what? I actually like that. Let's, I don't know, shake on it? What do we do here?
Thanatos just barks. And then
Give the dog scritches. Let's do that.
he runs and like jumps on you.
Yes, let's give the dog scritches.
He gives you big, wet, sloppy kisses.
I'll look to Thanatos. You gotta watch out for Mori now, too.
He just barks twice. Hops down and then like runs in like a circle.
Oh
You're
no,
such a
too
smart
much
boy.
happiness. Is he going to be okay? He's too happy.
Wee, zoomies.
I think he's happy. And I think he definitely likes you more than he liked Alice.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I mean, yeah, she was kind of a bitch, so if he didn't like me, that'd be kind of sad. But
He's
I
a
mean,
smart dog.
kind of deserve it.
Of course not. Who wouldn't love you?
A lot of people, actually. Quite a few people.
Well, I'm actually I'm glad because I want to keep you all to myself. I'd get worried if too many people started coming after you.
I do have a couple of obligations I can't run away from.
Well, just keep me by your side.
I
I
can't
always
do
wanna
that
be
with
by
a
your
couple of these. But I was thinking maybe picking up another phone. You wouldn't be able to call me Mori, of course, but at least you'd be able to reach me.
Yeah, of course. And I want you to, if you want, I want you to stay closer with me. As much as you can.
I'll try. Though I will say it is a little bit fun to tease you.
Oh. Well, you've left me only wanting more.
I apologize. What did you say?
You left me only wanting more.
Smile at that and then head to the room.
I'll
Good night.
go. Good night, and I'll go to lay down on the couch.
Okay. Thanatos obviously curls up with you on the floor. Mori, do you sleep with the door closed, the door open?
Door closed. And you know, she just finds the corner with the best vision of the room, and she just kind of curls in on herself with the blanket on her.
All right. Give me just a second. Azriel, I need you to roll another wits and awareness for me.
That is 6 successes.
Nice. So as you are laying your head down to rest, you still have a while, a couple hours before the sun peaks over the horizon and the shutters come down over the windows of your penthouse suite. As you're laying on the couch stretched out, you feel as if you're not alone. And your eyes are drawn to that tiny Bible. What do you do?
I'll definitely go over and look at it.
Right, it's just set on the coffee table where you left it, so you can either sit up and grab it or you can just reach over.
I'll reach over.
Okay. As you reach over, Thanatos puts his nose in your palm.
What's wrong, boy? I'll use my ability to talk to him.
He tells you that nothing's wrong. Not that he can smell. He just feels a little nervous.
It's okay, boy. I'm here for you.
You just pet him?
And I'll just pet him as I'm looking through this book now that's got me all worried.
Okay. As you're flipping through the pages slowly, you start from the beginning, the middle, or the end?
I'll start from the beginning.
Okay. Just a slow page by page. You find an address scrawled in the lining of the pages.
Do I know where this address is?
Not off the top of your head, no. It's not familiar at all.
I'll have to see what Mori thinks of this, and I'll mark the page, like kind of dog-ear it, just so I know where it is.
Okay.
And I'll continue going through the book.
You find another horrific drawing, different from the first, but no less disturbing. And then a phrase. Remind me of the languages you speak.
I speak English, Arabic, Chinese, and Hebrew.
Alright, you're not sure what this says, but the way that it repeats. Small poem, maybe?
Do I have any idea of what language it could be?
Just roll a straight intelligence.
Great intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
2 successes.
Sweet, you only need one. You're gonna guess Russian. It has some English characters, but the way that they're placed and where they're there's a character that looks like an E, but it's backwards, right? So your best guess is Russian, maybe?
It could also be Greek.
Could be. Could also be... Let me look this up. Boop. Could also be Ukrainian.
We would assume Russian over Ukrainian, just being a bigger and more widely spread.
I mean, I think they use the same alphabet. I'm uneducated.
I don't
Similar
know
but
that-
different.
Okay. Yeah. They look... Yeah. But again, it's... The stanza of it is... Gosh, it just looks like a little poem.
Maybe something to ask Mori, maybe to ask Abraham about.
Right? I mean, maybe it's... Could be a prayer as well, maybe?
Definitely something to look into. This book seems just to keep on giving me stuff to look into.
So you just make another little file?
Yep.
Boo-doo-doo.
Also, Aurora, she said she was into the occult too.
Indeed.
Maybe she could help out.
For sure.
That definitely crosses my mind.
As you're thinking of the members of your coterie, right? Mori, Aurora, for some reason coming to mind is also that bandaged guy, Samiel. And then you look at the little poem, and then you think of his face. And the connection is wild. Like something instinctual there.
If I see him again. But with how the night's been going, I think I might see him again. I should probably show him this. And that'll be in my head.
Okay.
Trusting my gut on that one.
All that being said, you continue flipping. Only to get about midway and have Thanatos crawl up on your chest and plop down heavily.
I'll just start petting his head. It's okay.
He knocks the book out of your hand and is like, me!
I just wrap my arms around him and start just petting him all over.
Okay. He's very demanding, but soon he falls asleep. So if you'd like to, you can pick up the book again.
I'll pick up the book, but I'll just set it back down.
Okay.
And just hold my dog and comfort him.
That feeling that something is watching you doesn't leave. Not at all. And I actually need Samiel to roll a wits and awareness. Quick meanwhile across town at Vacation Spirits.
What's an awareness?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Been swapping through like 2 different browsers. It's weird going from one character good at that to another. Oh, I'll take that. I'll take that any day of the week. That is a critical and 3 successes, so that's 7.
Okay. On your way down, obviously you spot Aurora, but you in specific are the last one down the steps. And being the last one down the steps, you take a second to look at the view over the parking lot, over the fence around the property, past the road, some other buildings. And as your gaze is roaming, you hear a punctuated single howl, and against the moon, several birds take off into the night. And you can see them almost perfectly clear. And then there's this wind that heralds an oncoming storm, but with it, there's a scent and a taste. Copper. Delicious, beautiful, rusty copper. And then you recognize that there is blood on the wind. And we're going to end there for tonight.
Whoa.
Hell yeah.
Great session.
Woohoo! Thank you guys for joining us for this episode of Newblood. It has been a pleasure. As you can tell, I do have players in different time zones, and they just quietly slip out throughout the session. We try to get them all in the beginning, so I hope that you can continue to bear with us as we continue this chronicle. See you next time on Newblood by night.